my god! It's a Twin Blades variant. There's a Maelstrom on the backside. Phantom's picking up more kills, finds Andrew as well as a triple. Oh, look at Tahaka. Finds the Avatar top lane 6. Great Ring of Frost connecting on the 4 members. We might have a comeback for the ages. You hate to see it. You hate to see it. Will they be able to escape? ETC does fall. What a counter attack by Regen Red, and he's gonna barely get away with his friggin' teleport ability. Holy shit! That was really spicy. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome this afternoon if you're on the East Coast, or this morning if you're playing from the Pacific Coast. I'm Murder, your host today, and we have a special event in store for you today. This is the Battle for the Nexus tournament, hosted by Running with Turtles, a fantastic community. If you're not a part of it, make sure to reach out to our admins throughout the day. If you want to check on the bracket or find out more information about this tournament, just use !bracket in chat. You'll get a look at who's playing, who we got hanging out. But today, for this first match, as you see on your screen, we have Ghillie Shark up against Heroes of the United States. Two teams that I'm pretty familiar with, and two teams that are very familiar with each other. They've been in the same division, fought against each other. This is a Season 5 Grand Finals rematch. Super stoked to bring you Ghillie Shark versus Heroes of the United States. I have them in the lobby. I am throwing out the official ready check to them as we speak. But I'd love to hear from you guys in chat. What are your thoughts on these teams today? I got Blaze from the Heroes of the United States saying yes, they're ready. Stark from Ghillie Shark saying they're ready. So ladies and gentlemen, without much further ado, we're heading into draft number 1, and it's going to be Cursed Hollow. All right, so brand new overlays, looking sexy. Look at this right here, the sweet Battle for the Nexus logo right here to my side, and of course right here, if I can point to it, Murda, looking fresh. But Cursed Hollow map today, we have again Ghillie Shark, HotS. These teams are definitely looking to pick up a victory in this first round. They don't want to lose to their rival in the opening round of this event. They want to push forward. Later on, they're going to be able to play against some teams that they also have a little familiarity with over in Nexus Gaming Series. I'll tell you what their opponents will be. It is Virtual Murky Slayers and Arrogant Nephilim, potential opponents in the next round. So winner will go to face them. This is a single elimination, best of 3 for each round. Psychic in the house says go HotS. All right, I see you. I sees you. What's up, Rec? Glad to have you here. Deckard Cain banned away by Ghillie Shark. We also see Samuro and Abathur banned out there by HotS. Maiev the final ban here for Ghillie Shark. And now we're getting into it. Time to draft some heroes, play some hoots, and it's Mal freaking Ganis in the house. This is my official first time getting to cast the big boy. I've, obviously played him. I've played against him plenty. He's a top ban in your team league, your hero league. But right now you're going to get to see him in some competitive play, which maybe you haven't had the opportunity to either. So big boy Mal'Ganis in the house. It's going to be a Hanzo who's left available on Cursed Hollow. What a fantastic selection. This is an S tier hero. Hanzo is one of the best in the game. I'm looking at you, Ragnarok. Especially here on Cursed Hollow, we'll see how effective Ghillie Shark can be in stealing away these bosses with the blink of an eye, or as one might say, one shot out of the quiver from Hanzo. Johanna, a fun tank, one of my favorites to play. She'll be here, and she's going to have to go up against a Genji and a Malfurion, which have just been selected here by the Heroes of the United States. You get that little cyber agility from Genji. He's going to be all over this, trying to kill his brother. And this is a Shimada v Shimada event. You can't get much cooler than that. You can't. So let me just write these down in my book. Hanzo and Joe, Hana. And we're back at the bands. Jaina banned away here by the Gilly Sharks. And the final ban of this first map does belong to the Heroes of the United States. Could potentially try to take away support here. We'll see if they want to do that. I don't know, like maybe the Tyrande or the White Mane they want to take away here. Not familiar with the hero pool of the support player from Gilly Shark. But those probably are the two best available. Instead, it's going to be Brightwing. And you know what? Wait. This is Gilly Shark we're talking about, okay? Oh my god. I'm reading chat right now. Hero Sharebot says, my last upload was 2 days ago on Braxis Outpost. I played Mal'Ganis, but I was defeated. RIP. RIP. Throwing the shade, Sharebot. That's okay. It was the brawl or last week's brawl, Braxis Outpost. Dahaka, one of my favorites. Greymane, another one of my favorites. This whole side of Gilly Shark, I love playing me Johanna, Dahaka, Greymane. These are like three of my favorite heroes. So far I'm rooting for Gilly Shark here, but we see a Leeming and Arthas come out. Wow, a lot of options. Big, beefy front line with the Arthas Mal'Ganis picks here. Two guys that readily faced off in Warcraft 3. Make sure you check out the Reforged edition. I didn't get to play it at BlizzCon, but I got to watch some stuff. I know Ragnarok in chat got to, I think you said you played on hard mode and were defeated, Rag, right? If I'm not mistaken. So, final pick, it's a Lucio grab here from the Gilly Sharks, and now you have seen all 5 heroes from each squad. Let me know in chat who you think's gonna win this first map. If your vote's for Gilly Shark, hashtag Gilly Shark in chat. If you want to vote for Heroes of the United States, hashtag HotS in chat. I just like the heroes from Gilly Shark better, but personally, I really think the better half of this draft is probably for HotS. We'll find out. The Hanzo, of course, can make plays. And then the split soak pressure that the Dahaka can bring out with the global, which can't be matched here by HotS, is something you have to keep an eye out for. So it really could go either way. And I'm interested to see what you guys in chat have to say. So throw your vote out there. Participate, okay? We're all here together, rooting on these squads. Opening round of the Battle for the Nexus tournament. And I am pleased to be your host here on the stream today. And other than that, I'm just hoping for some good matches. May the best turtle win. Let's go. Let me swap you guys over scenes here, and boom. We're in the game, and we're ready to go. And on the left-hand side, it's the Gilly Shark. Stark, the captain, playing on Lucio. Chest Looter on that Greymane. Kagakiri, one of my good friends, playing the Hanzo. Jinxie Cat, of course, the tank player, on the Johanna. Orc skin, by the way. And it's Mad Kazur, rounding it out on the Hacker. Over on the right-hand side, we got the Heroes of the United States. Waterboy TKD on Arthas. Jub playing the Malfurion. Andrew, you'll see him today on the... I believe that's the... I can't even... Oh, wait. Where'd he go? Oh, that's the Mal'Ganis. Okay. That's a cool skin. I like that. We got Blaze on the Genji. And the final hero I haven't said is Watson on the Leeming. Level 1 talents up on your screen as we speak. Nothing looking too crazy. Although, wait, is it? Yeah, it is. Enhanced agility. Looking for speed is the Dahaka. Not going the recent meta, picking up the extra health and everything, but instead, it will be speed. Jinxie Cat falling pretty low there. Blaze not able to finish it off with a Swift Strike. It's just a Johanna. She goes back. Doesn't even really need to worry about a tap. She's got a Lucio here. Gonna get supporting. Straight back up to health. I do want to talk a bit about this bottom lane matchup as we see Mad Kazur playing Dahaka up against a Arthas. And now, this is a matchup that Arthas should have a pretty easy time winning, and probably why the Dahaka wanted to move away from tissue regen, move into enhanced agility, just so he can get away from this Arthas, because once the slow hits on him, Dahaka, a very slow hero to begin with, just becomes absolutely dino-neutered in the matchup because of the slows that Arthas can provide. So watch out for Waterboy TKD, see how he can do in this matchup up against Dahaka. Looks like Genji gonna grab away a siege camp here, see if he wants to hold it or release these monsters right away. He's gonna go ahead and throw them in the lane, still about a minute and a half away from the first tribute. These siege giants will be pushing down. Checking out mid is just Jinxie Cat trying to get the wave clear, but now getting stuck in a root. Pops the Iron Skin, will be safe. Rotating around, they already took away their siege camp, and now they are looking at the bruisers as well. Our Ghillie Shark, Kagekiri, playing the Hanzo, able to provide plenty of DPS along here with the Lucio, keeping him supported up. As you know, Hanzo can't really keep himself alive, no self-sustain, but pretty good inside these little merc pits, and that's going to be their second camp of the map, and we'll see where they want to go, but it's going to be Bruisers mid. Still Dahaka soaking bodies. Got siege giants in his face. No one coming to help him as of yet. So he's going to struggle to clear these for a bit. And looks like there's a little bit of action in mid. So I'll poke us over here as well. Bruisers pushing. Minions dying. And it appears as though Ghillie Shark wants to try to get some pressure on this wall. We'll see what they can do. They can at least zone them off this rotation towards the tribute, which is spawning above them. And they're going to go ahead and leave. Malfurion throwing out roots just to get the little Trent out there. I call him Trent because he's a treant, and it just makes sense that his name would be Trent. He also looks like Broccoli, so you can call him Sir Charles Broccoli. But tribute number 1, it's here. Mal'Ganis, the only one here potentially able to stop this. Getting boot back by Lucio, and Kagekiri playing the Hanzo picks up the first tribute for Ghillie Shark, as they take the lead 1-0, are looking to advance in on this Arthas. Stark making a very aggressive move here with Hanzo and Johanna right behind him, but Malfurion zoning roots, hashtag zoning roots, and that's all that they wrote on that one. Let's take a look down at chat, see what you guys said during the draft, who you think is going to win. And it looks like we got a few more votes for HotS. I'm counting 3 votes for HotS, just the 1 for Ghillie Shark. And Jay Swolt throwing out the hashtag MurdaRG, so I appreciate that. 1 vote for Murda. Can never get too many Murda votes. But I am very happy to have you guys along for the ride today. I believe there's 11 of you out there right now for this opening round matchup between the Ghillie Sharks and the Heroes of the United States. Tribute number 2 spawning. Mal'Ganis holding the bush. Gonna be scouted out there by a nice boombox from Stark, making sure no one's in there. Found the Mal'Ganis. Now his team's ready to put some damage on top of Andrew. Coming from the bottom side is Waterboy. He's putting out that Frost Slow. Andrew having the retreat, falling very low. Kagekiri hitting those scatter arrows off the wall. And Andrew's got to be careful, as well as Watson. Both are very low. Andrew could be the first blood of the game, and he is. That's 1 on the board for Ghillie Shark. Trying to bring it to HotS here on Cursed Hollow. And with that opening kill, they might find more. Arthas falling low, and he's down. You thought the Arthas pick would have been great into this gray main, but right there you saw that Chest Looter was not scared to jump in. Found the kill on Arthas. Now looking to finish Blaze. Stark very low. Keeps himself afloat. I got to chat a bit with Stark before this match started during the coin flip. Very fun guy, coming all the way from England to participate along with Ghillie Shark, and a really fun dude. I had a good time chatting with him, and I'm wishing him and his squad the best of luck today. Of course, gotta say the same about HotS, a fantastic squad in their own right. NGS champs, like they know how to play the game, and I've been proud to see how much this team has grown over the years, and have really been fantastic patrons of the league, of NGS, and you see them participating here in the Battle for the Nexus that Running with Turtles is putting on, and it's just a lot of fun to be able to see these teams in competitions across many platforms. First boss of the game, though, it does belong to Heroes United States. On the bottom side, it's Ghillie Shark grabbing their boss. So boss exchange, tribute number 3 on the map. And this is big because if Ghillie Shark can get it, this will be a curse with a boss pushing that bottom lane. So big delay has to come out here from Heroes United States, but with Greymane split, I don't even think Ghillie Shark really wants to take this trip that bad. They're just going to go ahead and back it off, get what they can on the poke from their Hanzo, but being zoned out effectively by Genji. Dahaka does get the first delay. Up top, the boss is still pushing. Down below, boss still pushing. Blaze could be first of all in the fight. 60 health and does go down. Traded out with his brother at almost the same exact moment. Hanzo's down. And here comes Mal'Ganis in these choke points. So much damage he can do. But it's Li Ming falling. No more resets. Trading out 2 for 2. Now 2 for 3 in favor of Gilly Shark. They're still looking to stick in here. Arthas not yet retreating. He's sticking in firm up against his Johanna. But the supporting from Lucio keeping Gilly Shark alive. Great Blessed Shield with level 10 just coming online. A big arrow. I don't know where this one's going, but we're going to follow it all the way off the map. See ya later, Dragon Arrow. Back on the tribute, though, it is picked up by Gilly Shark, and they got the curse. The first 3 tributes belong to them. Boss is down bottom. Boss is down top. There's still Siege Giants pushing up here as well. But it's Gilly Shark at mid, looking to do damage onto these towers here and continue pushing this level advantage further and further in their favor. Currently about a level and a half lead for Gilly Shark, looking really solid in this early game. Just 7.5 minutes into Cursed Hollow, have found themselves a heavy lead on the objectives. Of course, this first curse doing so much in terms of getting these walls opening up this map a bit as they're looking at Arthas top lane. Waterboy TKD getting booped back by Stark. There's no way he gets out of this one. 7 kills now for Gilly Shark. They have Siege Giant still in this top lane. Great scouting there by Kagakiri, making sure no one's making this rotation, but they're right behind their wall now. In defense are Heroes United States, and it's Mal'Ganis first to move in. Not yet level 10. We'll see if he wants to go into Carry and Swarm or not. Dark Conversion could be a fun play as well, but not going to get a chance to use it in this exchange. Gilly Shark backs up after getting the wall up top, and now they're looking potentially at this Bruiser. Yeah, Hanzo's here, Greymaine's here. These are enormous amounts of DPS coming out from these heroes on top of these Merc camps. They're trying to grab it away. Jinxie Cat holding the bush, but left it. If anyone gonna walk in, nope. It will be a Bruiser camp stolen away by Gilly Shark. Very smart, wise, heads up, quality, high IQ play there by the Gilly Sharks as they're going to move on to mid. Bruisers are almost down. A minion wave going to be able to soak some damage. Andrew here, of course, he did go into that Carrion Swarm. See when he wants to use it, getting dragged back by Dahaka. Curse Bullet on top, 200 health. Can't even pop his heroic. Ends up going on a short cooldown there. Let me throw some more talents up on your screen. Still nothing from Malfurion, holding it all the way now to level 11. See if he wants to go into Tranquility or the Twilight Dream. Another drag, great there by Mad Kazzer, but it's an Arthas now slowing his team, and it's Johanna first to fall. Resets came for Li Ming, but not able to keep anyone within her grasp. They escape behind the wall, have well taps, and will be able to keep their health bars high enough to move around and start working on the mercs from their side. Chess Looter going to play defense up against this push that's coming from the Arthas, Li Ming, and Genji. Joining them now is Mal'Ganis, and even down the talent tier, down a full level and a half. They're going to stay in here and potentially look for a fight at mid. No fear, they know Dahaka's bottom, so they're going to get what they can at mid for the time being. Gonna be tough to get through this fort though. They don't have the most amount of siege. Of course, it's a Li Ming. She can do a bit, but then she's using all her abilities on forts instead of in the team fights. And look at this, Cursed Bullet on top of Arthas. Has to pop his ghouls. Oh, he doesn't have his ghouls yet, so not gonna be able to. Carrion Swarm interrupted for the second time. That one was Jinxie Cat with a fantastic condemn, and now chasing for more kills with their Lucio. Look at Stark, keep the team in motion. Waterboy TKD last alive in this fight. Will he go down? Yes, he will. It's a quad kill for the Gilly Sharks as tribute number 4 is on the map. They haven't lost one yet, and they're gonna get another boss just spawning as well. Remember, this is Hanzo. Each shot from his scatter arrow does about 20% health, just absolutely ripping through this health bar of this boss. They're gonna get it with ease. Top keep wall already softened up by that siege camp earlier, so this boss will be looking to potentially get down the first keep of the game. We'll see if Gilly Shark wants to push with it or not. They also have siege giants here, but instead they're rotating. They want the double boss play. They're gonna give up the potential push here in the top to ensure they get both the bosses off the map. So we're just gonna go ahead and follow this and see how the clear looks for HotS. They're actually, they really are. They're struggling in terms of doing structural slash boss slash merc damage. They just really don't have it in this comp. So the boss will end up making it all the way to this keep. He's going to put some damage on it. Siege Giant's still here as well. They should be blocked up by HotS and Genji though. But this keep is now sitting at about, I'll call it 80% health, as boss number 2 from the other side of the map will be pushing now. Tribute number 5 is spawning up top. So this boss is going to be split, and it looks like HotS is going to say, we're not going to worry about that tribute. And Ghillie Shark says, fine, we'll take your Siege Giants, we'll take your wall, and we're looking to get your keep down right now. So tribute being just looked at, and here's the heart. So Dahaka is going to end up actually getting it. But a late arrival here from HotS means the wall is down, one of the turrets is down. Working on the second tower now is this giant big slam going to get the job done. Mal'Ganis walking forward. There's the carrion swarm, but it is a Lucio. He'll be able to heal that back up, and without Mal'Ganis missing much health, it really didn't get too much value in that fight. There's the big Dragon's Arrow from Hanzo. Follow-up Blessed Shield. There's a big Condemn as well. Now Stark low. Does he have the barrier? It's interrupted. He's got it on a cooldown. Still 5 seconds away. They pick up the first kill. It's Li Ming. No resets available for the rest of this fight. Andrew popping out. And a huge Twilight Dream from Jub Jub allowed them to get a kill on Greymane, but they have to trade out another kill. That is Genji down. And Ghillie Shark, now up 14-4 in this match, are alive and kicking with Siege Giants on this bottom keep. And they're trying to siege through. They have the Dahaka up front with Ohana just leaving Hanzo available to just rip through with these Siege Giants. And I think this is going down, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know what's going to be able to stop it. Mal'Ganis is going to try, but Siege Giants are still here. Still no damage on top. Dahaka, he's low, pops his essence. Jinxie Cat low as well. Will she fall? Yes, she will. Jinxie Cat's down. Mad Kazar now trying to escape. No essence available. It's Genji. Blaze with a Swift Strike picking up the kill. This double reset comp looking good for HotS. But this tribute, very important. It is curse point once again for Ghillie Shark. This time they have 2 heroes dead, back at base, not alive, not on the map. So HotS should be able to pick up their first tribute of the game, and they're also looking to steal away a bruiser camp that was already started earlier by Ghillie Shark. And with only 3 of these bruisers here, they can be able to get through it. They have enough damage for 3. 4 a little tough, but they can get it with 3. Got to finish off a fort still. They get the pings on it. They rip it down. And now they're looking at their own keep wall. Still 5 seconds for Dahaka till he respawns. Up top is Greymane. So this push is alive from Heroes United States. And I think they should be able to get this wall down. I don't see what's stopping them. Sitting in this mage armor. Zoning roots there by Malfurion. And here they go. Walls down. Turrets are down. Carrion Swarm trying to do some damage to Jinxie Cat. Twilight Dream coming out though, and it's actually a barrier that saves the day, keeps everyone alive. Kill comes on top of Mal'Ganis, and ooh, the X-Strike from Blaze was good enough to pick up the kill on Stark. That's captain versus captain right there. Blaze getting the better half. 4-4 on the map. Tribute spawning in about 15 seconds. Catapults mounting in bottom lane, almost at the core. They're going to send Li Ming to deal with it. Here comes Watson. But let's keep an eye on this tribute as fight is breaking out here. Arthas right on top, getting supporting from Jub Jub, who's low on mana, as well as Arthas very low. So they're going to have to give this up, but it's curse point once again for Ghillie Shark. And this could be trouble for HotS. Siege Giants still up top. You can barely see them on your screen up here. There they go. They're going to be pushing onto this keep. Hanzo picking up that final trib. Andrew going to try to clear out these Siege Giants, but there's the curse. And these minions also have to be dealt with, as Ghillie Shark looking to steal away this bruiser camp for the second time in this match. They do get it. Now we're going to have opportunity to push out this mid lane. Lucio respawning, trying to skate down mid lane to catch up with his team. Ghillie Shark's going to make the rotation up top, pick up their second keep of the game. We're just 16 minutes into this matchup, and there's only one structure remaining for the Heroes of the United States, as another boss is on the map, and this could be checkmate. You see Chess Looter up here on this boss. There's the Hanzo ripping through, and this is essentially good game right here with everyone alive, having a pretty healthy XP lead. Still almost level 20, but still not level 20. This boss is going to push top. Looks like they're going to want to rotate down to bottom and get the other boss. But if you're HotS, you cannot leave that boss alone in the lane. Someone has to deal with it. Looks like it's going to be Watson, Jub, Waterboy, TKD. Is everyone going? Mal'Ganis and Genji are just going to run up here and deal with it. And I'll poke around. Here's bottom boss being worked on right now. But that's uncontested. So we're going to follow this boss up top. See if we can get onto the core. Again, not a lot of siege damage here that can come out from Heroes United States. So they're going to really have to maybe even pop ghouls from Arthas just to get a little extra damage. Shielding is now falling low. Big slam coming out. Rips through those minions. And now shielding is down. Core damage taking place. 14% already taken off. 86% is the health total as the second boss is making its way down bottom lane. Now Siege Giant's picked up as well by Ghillie Shark. Just a hair away from level 20 as they're making their final push in this match. Trying to end it here are Ghillie Sharks on map number 1. Boss is full health. Still no level 20s. Very close. This minion wave will do it. And there it is. Not quite. But it's Arthas falling low. He's going to have to back up. Barrier coming out early, right before he could get that level 20 upgrade, is Lucio. Ended up going with bonus track as, oh my god. All of Ghillie Shark jump on top of Arthas there, picking up the first kill in that fight, and probably the final kill that really matters in this match. Chest Looter falling low, hops inside the boombox AoE. He'll be able to survive, but not surviving is the core. Game number 1 will be handed over to Ghillie Shark. Alright, so let's take a quick looks-a-doodle daisy over here at the match summary at the end of the game here. Great job. I love the Lucio. Was not expecting a Lucio to come out today, but Stark showing why he wants to play the heroes. I thought it was a very solid play, very aggressive play from Stark. You always saw him moving past heroes to try to lock down kills and basically being that front line, really just nuisance, skating around like there is no issue. Skate or die was the theme of that one. Stark, fantastic play. Hanzo, of course, able to get so many bosses for Ghillie Shark, exactly why they wanted to draft him with their first pick. Let's take a look at the talent screen if you guys want to see what these heroes picked. We're going to take a short 3-minute break. Actually 4 minutes. I got to talk and figure out where we're going. We don't know quite yet. So hang tight, stay loose, and this is Battle for the Nexus opening round. Ghillie Shark versus Heroes of the United States. All right, I'm back. I'm Murda, your Twitch chat. Welcome. Game number 2 up next. We're going to be headed to Dragon Shire. Let me just check if our teams are ready to go, and I'm not going to waste any of your time. We got a lot of stuff to get to and get through this afternoon. Write down Dragon Shire in my book here. We got a ready from Heroes United States. Waiting to hear back from Stark, and there it is. So, ladies and gentlemen, I present to you game number 2, Dragon Shire.
Dragon Shire.
Camera's a little off. Did that fix it? Nope. There we go. Just knock something off my desk like a pro. Don't even care. First ban will be for Gilly Shark, as this was a map selection by Heroes United States. So Deckard Cain saw him banned in game number 1. He's banned here in game number 2 as well. Deckard. And there we see the Samuro banned again. What an interesting ban. Obviously they know each other, because you don't see Samuro getting banned in any other normal match, but these two squads, knowing each other so deeply, are deciding to just ban away stuff they really hate. I'm not playing against your Maiev. That's twice we've seen that ban. Mal'Ganis was banned. He was picked in the first match by HotS. This time saying, we're not letting you have him. We don't have first pick, so taking him off. And that leaves open Hanzo for the second time. You saw what Kagekiri did in game number 1, but here on game number 2, Dragonshire, not really the same deal Hanzo can bring, but still a map that he can find value on. There's plenty of choke points. Of course, his scatter arrows on top of those shrines can be pretty effective as well. So it's going to be a Garrosh Malfurion in response. See if they can synergize those two heroes. Our HotS looking to come back here in this set, down 1-0. Gonna have to find a way to win map number 2 if they want to stay alive in this tournament. Will Malfurion be enough? I thought the supporting was fine. Maybe it was just the wave clear. They fell behind early and couldn't really keep up. So more heroes we saw in game number 1. Johanna for Jinxie Cat. And here's the Dahaka again. These guys played well in game number 1 with this same exact starting 3. And having it available again in game number 2, they're trying to stick to comfort, stick to what worked. And looking to bring it to their rival here. Win a set off of them. And move on to the next round. Again, they're going to be facing the winner of Virtual Murky Slayers and Arrogant Nephilim. If you want to check out that match, it's over at twitch.tv/GhostDunk. My good buddy Ghost Dunk is hosting that right now. If you want to follow the action, if you want to follow even more action, you head on over to twitch.tv/Bahamut Gaming. You can watch the host team of this tournament running with Turtles up against the Rebels. I believe their full name is Rebels Against the Tyrant Ember or something like that. And then the final matchup right now, of course, is Broken Alliance up against Helm Esports on twitch.tv/Gravesville. A bunch of support coming out from our casting crew here. Of course, myself joined with Bahamut, Gravesville, and Ghost Dunk, bringing you this event today. But couldn't do it without the support of Slavic, as well as Picasso. Great team from Running with Turtles, helping put this event together. So I know you see them in chat. Say hi to those guys. They've done a fantastic job over the past couple months in organizing this event. Finally, we're here on tournament day, and couldn't be prouder to be a part of this one. Phoenix Malfield picked up for HotS, and final picks here. This is an identical draft now to game number 1. Lucio and Greymane for Gilly Shark. See if they can run it back. They won game 1. They're going to try to run it back in game 2. Question mark still up against this? I don't know. Wave clears a lot better this time from HotS. Will that make a difference? The Malfield, good matchup up against Dahaka. They're going to pick up Thrall as their bruiser here. Technically, if you count Malfield as a bruiser as well, they got a pretty decent, sturdy front line, but they got to deal with the Johanna and Dahaka, which were Very effective in game number 1, and you can't count out. I talked about it after we finished Cursed Hollow. Lucio was a playmaker in the game, keeping his team right on top of HotS the entire time. The Greymane getting that speed boost really helps him out in Worgen form as well. So eyes on Chest Looter, and this time without an Arthas to slow him down, it's going to be a lot tougher for HotS to handle the damage that's going to come out from Greymane. Cursed Bullet, or I'd imagine this time we're going to see go for the throat a lot squishier. They could just want the Cursed Bullet to deal with some Garrosh health, but either way, ladies and gents, game number 2 will be Dragonshire, and let me introduce this team on the left-hand side. You know them as Gillishark. Chest Looter on the Greymane, Stark playing as Lucio, Mad Kazur on Dahaka, Kagakiri on the Hanzo, and rounding it out on the Orc Lady Johanna, it is Jinxie Cat. On the right-hand side, they lost game number 1, but they're looking to win one here on Dragonshire. It's Heroes of the United States. Blaze on the Phoenix, Waterboy TKD on Malfield, Jub playing the Malfurion again, Andrew on Garrosh, and it's Watson playing Thrall. Teams meeting at mid, and you're getting to meet these level 1 talents. On a Pale Horse, okay. Scatter Arrow build. We do see speed once again from Dahaka. And I think this is Slip. Oh, Accelerando. Accelerando from Lucio. I don't get to see Lucio talents all too often. So, very fun hero to play. I think he's, like, his kit's just... I love being maneuverable. And Stark definitely will be able to bring that again on the Lucio. My concern... without a cleanse, will Garrosh be able to take advantage of this squad? They're going to have to rely a lot on Johanna playing that front line, using her Iron Skin effectively. But the moment someone gets tossed, they don't really have an escape. Like right now, Greymane, ooh, if he got stuck in that root, he'd easily be half health and potentially fallen in that fight. But Chest Looter is barely able to sidestep it. He survives. Let's take a look up top at this matchup. We do have Dahaka versus Malthael. Which should favor Malthael, especially at level 4 when he gets Die Alone. And T-Tor's in chat, because we just missed the first kill of the game. And this one, it's HotS. They're trying to win a map. I told you guys, don't sleep on HotS. I didn't ask you guys in chat who you thought was going to win this game number 2, but if we imagine it's anything like what you thought in game number 1, you guys are here rooting for HotS, and if you're a HotS fan, this is exactly the start they were looking for on Dragonshire. They're going to trade off siege camps, Hanzo on the left, this is Phoenix and Malfurion on the right. Shrines have spawned, and a little battle between the tanks here on bottom with Garrosh getting the better half so far, tossing Johanna way far away. Iron Skin pop now walking into a root is Jinxie Cat. Damage on top from 4 heroes from HotS, and Jinxie Cat will fall. 2 kills. There was a counter kill up top on Malthael that happened at almost the same exact time. So trading kills on opposite ends of the map are these 2 squads, and the shrines are also going to be split dead even down the middle. Top in control of Gillishark, bottom in control of HotS, but with Siege Giants here in bottom, HotS getting the better of the exchange here as they get through one of the towers. Siege Giants still alive, another wave showing up, just Greymane here in defense. Here comes Johanna. It's Hanzo and Lucio working on a bruiser camp up here, but let's follow the action here in the bottom lane as the wall's down, the second tower is down. Siege Giant's still alive. Now Thrall joining this. Potentially be able to start doing damage on top of this well, which is pretty big. Only 2 minutes and 50 seconds into this one. They're going to give it up. They're going to back it off and just try to win this up top battle against the Haka with their Malthael. Did take Die Alone, I'm assuming. Yes, he did. So we'll see how that Soul Rip can do. See if he can finish Mad Kazur off, or at least push him off the point here. But there are bruisers pushing into lane, so he's going to have to deal with that first. Action breaking out down here on the bottom. It's Blaze using Warp effectively, getting away. Joining up with Garrosh and Malfurion. Are roots available from Jub? Not needed, as Watson picked up a kill there again on Greymane. The second time in this match you didn't see Chest Looter fall, because I'm doing a good job keeping you guys away from that fight. The puppy down twice, and HotS still in this bottom lane, in control of the shrine, in control of the wave clear. Gillishark's gonna have to find a response, because his Garrosh is not afraid. Andrew just standing up on the front line, throwing anyone back he sees. Sonic Arrow's not going to do much. Garrosh still doesn't care. He's going to stand up in that bush. He's going to stand right in the middle of the lane. He says, Kagekiri, I don't care about you. Let's watch Greymane this time. He's up against Phoenix, and a bit easier of a matchup when it's just the Phoenix, but Blaze doing a pretty good job of effectively pushing that lane forward, and wow, another kill that we missed. Just go ahead and just flood Twitch chat with T-Tors, because these battles are taking place in every lane, and without 3 observers, your boy Murda ain't gonna catch all of them. Shrines were in control, both there by HotS, but not able to gather the Dragon Knight, so still looking to continue pushing these lanes out, separating the XP lead a bit further. Chest Looter, oh, almost got rooted again, but falls anyway. That, I believe, is his 3rd death of the game. There they are on your screen, Thrall with 3. Shout out to Watson, playing it very well so far. Almost done with Echo of the Elements. And indeed, right as I say it, he does finish it. So we'll have double Qs now. We'll see if that means Thrall does even more damage up top. Malthael versus the Haka. Waterboy should be able to just stick on top of Mad Kazir here, as long as he wants. Ooh, oh, great burrow there from Mad Kazir, dodging the damage. But Malthael and Phoenix combined with just enough to finish the Haka off. 6-1 now in favor of HotS, looking more and more like they're ready to bring this to game number 3. Halfway through level 9, getting close to those heroic talents. Have the lead on the map currently as Blaze trying to channel, interrupted by that cocktail from Greymane. But Chest Looter, he's got to play afraid. He's taken way too much damage in this game. Way too much damage in that little trade-off with Phoenix. And once Blaze can get these minions stop shooting him, he's gonna start channeling. But up top, good zoning by Stark, the captain. Here's the Haka, rush stalking in, finding the kill on Watson right as level 10s are picked up. Johanna standing on bottom, but Garrosh gonna show up. She popped irons, gonna make sure she didn't get tossed. But great job finding that kill right at the best moment possible, because Heroics just being grabbed by HotS. And that could have been the first Dragon Knight of the game. Instead, it's going to be a bit longer, an opportunity for Gilly Shark to continue working on finding those level 10 heroic talents. Show right side talents. Here you go. They're there. They're all there. My apologies, Shinigami-sama. Did you just change your Twitch name too? I love you, Lucky, by the way. If you guys don't know Lucky, aka Shinigami-sama, what a guy. Really, what a guy. He's been part of the Regen fam for a long time, and really helped me grow a lot in my in-game play, and it's been a good friend. And if you guys want to check out his channel, twitch.tv/Shinigami-sama, he does a little bit of streaming, some Hero League, some stuff like that. Always a good time. The level 10 talents are picked up. Barrier again. It's the isolation. There's a big sundering from Watson, who's become a true playmaker here on Dragonshire so far. Picking up kills all over the place. Here comes the Purification Salvo. Stark Low does use Barrier. Great Twilight Dream again in this match. Jub finding it that time, just really shutting down any chance of Greymane surviving. And they were able to kill him, but they did lose their Thrall. But not a big deal. They end up with a fort. They end up with some nice kills. And they're also going to find themselves this Bruiser camp, the neutral camp on the bottom side, to help push out this bottom lane as they, I'd assume, want to make their way up top to get that shrine back, which no one's really been able to look at for a while. Malthael going to Hearth, get his mana, and make his way up there with this Pale Horse. They're all going to rejoin the rest of the squad. But this bottom lane, they can start thinking about keep wall now. And it's funny at this point, because we're 8 minutes in. No one has been able to get this Dragon Knight, but there's been a huge amount of siege damage in this one by HotS, something they desperately were needing over on Cursed Hollow. This time they're finding it from Phoenix, they're finding it from Thrall, and here they go, working on this bottom keep wall. Bruisers are here, just Johanna and Greymane in defense. Quick damage coming out, and this is going to be the first tower down in no time. Wall also very low. Oh, great toss there. Jinxie Cat does not have Iron Skin. Should fall here and does. Dragon's Arrow will hit 4, but not enough follow-up. Does Greymane? He does. He's jumping in, trying to finish off Thrall, but not able to. Barrier as well from Stark. Push forward from Greymane, but Blaze with the warp yet again able to survive. Now 9-3 are kills. Here's the kills. Phoenix with 3, Thrall with 3, Hanzo with 2 from Gilly-Shark. But here they go, potentially getting this Dragon Knight. Watson walking over and will be able to channel it. First Dragon Knight of the game comes 9 minutes and 12 seconds in. See what HotS can do now, because they already have bottom opened up. They're going to get this mid fort opened up as well. Not going to worry about top. They don't need it. And Gilly-Shark, they're having a tough time walking forward on this DK. Andrew standing close on the Garrosh, see if he can find a toss. Don't really need it. And they're wanting to stick here at mid. Surprised they're not going bottom, but they want to get the damage where they can, when they can. And it's going to be the Dragon Knight getting through this wall. Man, it's really tough. They don't have barrier for 15 seconds. They do have the cursed bullet. They have the isolation. But you just can't walk in here without the barrier. They gotta wait that cooldown out. Still 6 seconds left until Stark has it available. And the Dragon Knight just able to get through that wall, get through this well. And HotS can, at this point, back up. They got plenty of value, and we're still just 10 minutes in the game. They don't need to put it all on the line here. Into the fray. Keeping Blaze alive. Of course, had the warp, but didn't want to get that one interrupted. 5 seconds left on the DK before it expires. They're gonna go get, excuse me, they're gonna go ahead and get the wave and back up as the first bits of the afternoon have come in. These from TNC Champ. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you. Big kills. Dragon Arrow missing. Don't even need it. They get the kill on Thrall first. Purification Salvo just in response, but I don't think they're gonna get more Garrosh too much armor. Can they get him? No, it ends up being a counter kill. Johanna falls, Chest Looter falls at the same time as Malthael. It's a 2 for 2. And what looked like a dominating win there for Gilly-Shark. Really, especially if Garrosh can get this, he does. Kakakiri now in trouble. Natural agility over the wall. Also has that instant mount, which is pretty cool. You don't see that too often. Does survive. Blaze gonna warp forward, getting dragged though by Dahaka. Stark here looking for bump. Doesn't get it. Roots on 2. Lucio low. Lucio low! And survives. Wow, Stark barely skating away. And Blaze just didn't quite have the range on his auto attack to finish that off. But honestly, ended up being a much more favorable fight there for HotS. Looked like they were really going to pay the price. But they end up getting their level 16 talents. They're going to find a siege camp here. And they have themselves a nice lead here on Dragonshire. It's going to be a siege giant trade-off. Kakakiri here. He barely survived that last one. Andrew right up on top of Jinxie Cat.
Soon the shrine shall awaken.
And Garrosh going to get to the wave clear as the rest of his squad picking up a bruiser camp. Up top, it's still Dahaka. Working on clearing this top lane up. Malthael did such a great job early game dealing with Madcaster. Just really tough for him to stay deep in the lane. Had to bring up extra resources constantly to deal with them. And the bottom lane matchup just ended up favoring HotS so much, as you see them working on yet another bruiser camp here down the bottom. The macro pressure game 1 was all Gilly-Shark. This one, I gotta say, it's all Heroes of the United States. This bottom lane push is going to do some work during this shrine. Still no one up top, though, for HotS. They got their team down here in the bottom. All 5, by the way. And they could be looking with their Siege Giant that's still alive, with this Bruiser Camp also pushing, to just threaten this keep. And a response is coming out from Gilly-Shark. Jinxie Cat walking around the long way. Tower 1 was already down. Tower 2 getting worked on by Blaze. It's down. Bruiser's still alive. Pushing up front is Garrosh, making sure no one can get a free clear on these the Bruisers, especially that Mage Minion in the middle, which is providing them enough spell armor to stay in this fight. Keep now at about 60% health. Siege Giant still in the back as well. Don't forget about him. He's throwing those big rocks, getting some damage on it. Jinxie Cat falling low. Big taunt on 2. Barrier interrupted. Purification Salvo. There's the barrier that time. We'll keep him alive, but the keep is down. First of the game, belonging to HotS. Dahaka still pushing up top. Hasn't responded. Looks like he's Hearthing right now. He did Hearth. Oh no, he brush stalked. He found Waterboy TKD, but finds himself in a bad spot, and that's Die Alone right on top of him. Pops in his burrow, pops his essence. Mad Kaz are very low and will fall. Kagakiri escaping on his horse, but the Dahaka just... I like his idea, but his team was not ready to step forward. They had already used their barrier. It was just a risky move to begin with. And Dahaka looking to make the plays really to the closest bush available. Did not end up paying off. So keeps down. They lose their bruiser. Their solo lane soak. So this bruiser camp is going to get cleared up by the minions in the fort. I don't think it has enough firepower to get that fort down, but ultimately won't really matter either way. Malthael grabbing that top shrine. Working on this bottom shrine is the rest of HotS. And it looks like Malthael will be the one to be clicking the Dragon Knight. Let's take a look up top. Did this go down? No. See? Caster math proves I was right. Lucio not quite able to get there to interrupt the Dragon Knight channel. So here it is. Dragon Knight number 2 for HotS. And they're looking mid-keep this time. Already got the bottom down after their DK had already fallen. This should easily be able to get through the second keep of the game here for them. We'll see what direction they want to go. Looks like he's kiting around the keep. They want core. They want to end it right now. A riskier play coming out from HotS, but they want to end it before their true rivals have a chance to get back in this match. Dragon Knight already at 60% health. Jinxie Cat up front. Great Dragon's Arrow hitting for a good silence onto the Thrall. Actually, that's the Garrosh. Sorry. Purification Salvo from Blaze before he dies. He's very low. Gets the kill. That's one down here for Gilly Shark. Kagakiri's number 2 with the big boot from the Dragon Knight. Dahaka, he's sticking in here, getting taunted by Garrosh. Big damage from Blaze. It's a triple kill so far for HotS. Looking to end this game. 75% on core. Jinxie Cat, the only one alive. Last rights. See ya later. A quad kill for HotS. And ladies and gentlemen, they're bringing us to game number 3 here in the opening round of Battle for the Nexus. Heroes of the United States get it done on Dragonshire. Alright, so let's take a quick look at this match summary. Once again, brought to you by the guys at Running with Turtles. The battle for the Nexus tournament has been a lot of fun so far. Let me switch you guys over. Yeah, there you go. You can see me now. What a tale of 2 games we've had so far. This one really heavily favoriting HotS, sending us to game number 3, and we're really having... I mentioned pregame that these are 2 teams that know each other, but we're really having a really fun match here in the opening round, and game number 3 will not disappoint. So ladies and gentlemen, stay tuned. Give me about 4 minutes to set up the next one. I'm Murda. Once again, your Twitch chat. This is Battle for the Nexus. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Game number 3 is about to get underway, but let me quickly show you what's been going on in the bracket. I got it up on your screen right now, and the Rebels took it over running with Turtles in the first match there. Broken Alliance Gaming knocking off Helm Gaming. They'll be facing off. That's over on twitch.tv/Bahamut Gaming if you want to check that out. But we have something to get to here. It is map number 3, chosen by Gilly Shark. It will be Infernal Shrines. Let me just ask our teams if they're ready to go. And we got a big one here between these two squads. Neither wants to go home, as you can imagine. They're trying to play for that grand prize today, and teams are ready. So without further ado, welcome to game number 3, Infernal Shrines. 1-1 is the score right now between Gilly Shark and Heroes United States. Win or go home right now in a best of 3. The map selection from Gilly Shark. HotS is first to ban. See what Blaze has in store. They brought a different look in game number 2, which really enabled them, to pick up that victory. Do they want to continue banning out the same stuff? Is the Samuro still the option they want to look at here? It worked there in game number 2, that's for sure. But are they leaving too much on the table for Gilly Shark? Try to fix this again. Nope, I made it worse. Murda, stop messing with stuff. It was fine the way it was. There we go. My OCD gets to me, and it actually is the Samuro ban for the 3rd time tonight from HotS. There we see Deckard Kane for the 3rd time tonight, banned away by Gilly Shark. Deckard. Holy cow, a Deckard ban too. I'm reading the chat. These guys they're having a good time. So can we assume this is Mal'Ganis? Yes, we can. It is Mal'Ganis. Mal'Ganis. They did play him game 1. I'm surprised they actually didn't want to leave it as an option for them, because I thought it was fine game 1. Didn't get full value from the Carrion Swarm, but I mean it started setting up what looked like it could have been good. Fun hero to play. I like it. Dude, that's a Spexy shirt. We don't see it. You see it now. What do you... Come on. Slavic, it's right here. I got you. I got you. Look, same logo that's right here behind me. Spin this way. Isn't it beautiful? It's beautiful. I love it. Maiev. She's banned for the 3rd time tonight as well. So these teams not wanting to adjust their strategy. But this time, it is going to be HotS first to pick. The first pick team has lost each and every map thus far in this set. It's Whitemane, Halloween Whitemane at that, for HotS. And we got to find out, is Gilly Shark trying to run the same comp 3 games in a row? They started off with their Hanzo. Do they want Hanzo here again? No. This time it's Kerrigan. They're also going to take the Thrall, which was a menace for HotS in game number 2. Double melee right here for Gilly Shark, because we just got a bitch here. Oh my, come on. Rag, you don't have to show me any more appreciation than the time we got to share at BlizzCon. It was a lot of fun getting to hang for the 2nd year in a row with you there. We even got to check out the Mike Shinoda concert on Monday night, which was amazing. If he's coming to a city near you, check out Mike Shinoda. What a great guy. What a great show. Johanna and Medivh. All right. I'm liking what I see. They take away the preferred tank from Jinxie Cat that Johanna snapped away here, and they're going to get a Medivh, which is going to provide a little bit of extra healing, as if Whitemane doesn't have enough in her own kit. The very sturdy comp so far from HotS. We'll see how this is going to work out for them. Raynor banned out by Gilly Shark, but especially up against this Kerrigan, the Medivh is going to be tremendous into it. She puts out her combo, and Medivh just says, no, you're not going to do any damage. Sorry, not sorry. So I love it so far for HotS. We'll see how this continues. 1 second on this final ban, and it's going to be Stukov. Stukov banned out by HotS. Did the bracket not pop up? I mean, I saw it on my screen. Literally had it in the middle. Okay. It was definitely there. Okay. Well, anyway. Malfurion and Junkrat. Alright, so get the Malfurion for themselves this time. We've seen Malf in all 3 games, and it's going to be Stark trying to support up his squad with the Druid. Junkrat. I don't know if you guys saw the HGC Finals stat breakdown, but Junkrat, his average hero damage, average siege damage, top the charts. This guy can throw out a bunch. His AoE grenade explosions just really tough to deal with. Triple support? What is this? Tassadar taken by HotS. A triple support comp. Technically 1 healer and 2 supports if you're following the new measures that Blizzard is going to be putting in the game soon. But what are we looking at here? This is amazing. I'm excited. Officially excited. They're going to get a Sonya to go with it. But Tassadar? The last hero I would have guessed that they took after having the Medivh. But nonetheless, he is taken. ETC will be the tank for Gillishark. And now it's up to you guys. Let me know in chat who you think is going to win this final map of the set. Gillishark, I want you to throw out hashtag Gillishark in chat. If you're here rooting for HotS, hashtag HotS in chat. We got one ready to go here. What a comp here for Heroes United States. Triple support, double warrior. Okay. Can they get the job done without an assassin? It's a big question mark. But all they have to do is ensure that they win these Punishers, use the pushing that they get from them, and just win this map off the back of the objective. That's their game plan, and we'll see how well they can execute it here. Without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, I present to you game number 3 between Gillishark and Heroes of the United States. And on the left-hand side in the blue, they are Gillishark. Stark, the captain, he's on Malfurion. Kagakiri playing the Kerrigan. Chess leader on the Junkrat. Mad Kazar on Thrall. And Jinxie Cat joining the circle around their mid keep. She's on the ETC. Ladies and gentlemen, Gillishark. Over on the right-hand side, we got the Heroes of the United States. Waterboy TKD playing the Sonya Jub. He's on the white main. I love that broomstick she rides in on. Watson on Tassadar. Andrew playing the Johanna. And up in the sky, on the Medivh, it's their Captain Blaze. Level 1 talents up on the screen. I believe this is Portal Mastery. It is from Medivh. Clemency from White Mane. Echoes of the Elements, of course, from Thrall, which has become truly meta. Jinxie Cat, great power slide. But you see, no damage done to Waterboy. The shielding. It's going to be very tough to get anything finished off. And Blaze is really going to act as a true assassin here on the Medivh. Wow, what a great concussion mine. Blaze could be first to die here. Wow. Chess leader. MVP style play there with that concussion mine, knocking Medivh away from his own portal. First blood of the game belongs to Gillishark. And I thought they weren't going to get kills, but if they can isolate heroes like that with concussion mines, they'll take that all day, every day. Combo coming out on Jub will survive. Kagakiri is looking to get the job done. Not quite enough. Tassadar showing up, throwing shielding on top of Andrew. But Jinxie Cat standing stern in this lane. Gonna power slide in on Johanna. Gets a shield from Tassadar. Pops Iron Skin as well. And will survive. Look at this. Tass doing so much damage to Kerrigan. She's gotta start backing up. Malf can't heal through all this. This is gonna be very tough for Stark to keep up with this healing output. Not only from Whitemane, but just having the Tassadar and Medivh there as well. Can we look at the healing numbers early in this game? Where is it? Here it is. No, it's this one. No, it's this one. Here we go. We're gonna look at this throughout the game. Oh, Malf already 4,600. Maybe I'm wrong. I just don't see how eventually, like, this is all gonna start evening out. The self-healing, the shielding from Kerrigan also a lot more than I would have expected thus far, but it's got to be the support comp. And once these shrines start, watch for Sonya. That's really... Waterboy TKD is going to have to be able to be in there, whirlwinding, staying alive. And right now, staying alive might not be an option. Getting pulled back into the stun, into the root. Waterboy TKD, I don't see how he gets away from this. Going to spin, 100 health. And Kerrigan ravages in for the kill. Second kill of the game for Gilly Shark. Shrine activating in 30 seconds. As I'm going to look down at the chat to see who you guys are voting for. Tournament director Slavic putting his vote out there for HotS. So we'll see what happens, but one vote in chat, that's all we got. And Heroes of the United States are the recipients of that said vote. Neither team taking their bruiser camp. Shrine active in 2 seconds. No one going to be right on the channel. So who wants to walk in here first? Looks like it will be Waterboy TKD. Indeed, it won't be. Indeed, it will be. Okay, Sonya inside first. Jub nearby. Andrew holding the top side. Watson in lane, still working on getting closer to those level 7 talents. Kagakiri in deep. Taking some damage from Whitemane. Of course, she puts out a ton of damage herself. Big whirlwind now from Sonya, getting value. Kagakiri low on that. Kerrigan can't quite get finished off. They're going to struggle getting into the back line, but the supporting, just look at the health bars on both sides in comparison, and it's HotS very healthy. Andrew the only one, but that's a Johanna who really isn't scared. And Whirlwind, all you need from Sonya inside the shrine. She gets the self-sustain she needs, and it's just a never-ending life bar train here from Heroes of the United States. They should be able to finish off this first shrine, but here comes Kerrigan. One last attempt at finding a kill. Shrine is placed down, but Punisher grabbed, and Kagakiri very low. Andrew trying to stay in on this. Here's Blaze throwing out all the shots he can, but not quite able to finish off Kagakiri. Kerrigan survives. We'll get a little bit of health back from Malfurion. Punisher, though, bottom lane, working on the wall. Didn't quite get to jump over. Jinxie Cat was still in front during that first leap, so it did do all the damage it could to that first turret. Now there's the jump. BTC falling pretty low. Has his own armor. 50 health. And falls to Johanna. Andrew playing way up front. Portal down. Trying to finish off Malf, and they do. Chest Looter will escape on his Junkrat. But that was a fantastic double kill. They got their talents. They're going to get this fort. And HotS picking up right where they left off in game number 2. This time, it's game number 3. We're on Infernal Shrines, and early leads win this map. It's so hard to come back. The Punishers get through the structures. You get your XP lead, and you just got to maintain and not throw it away. And so far, so good for HotS. Sorry about that. Had to drink some water. It's been a long set so far, but we're making it through. Bruiser camp? Impaler camp from the bottom side taken there by HotS. They're looking at sealing away this other one. Bruiser camps have not yet been looked at from either team. Medivh just scouting and doing a very effective job at it, allowing his team to make these rotations at will. Sonya being used in the 4-man rotation, while as Tassadar is actually the one soaking the top lane up against Thrall. Actually, now you see Watson trying to get the soak in both these lanes. He did go into Psi Infusion at level 1, so he's trying to finish that off. Medivh scouting up top, allowing his team to grab away their siege camp. They're going to work on the enemy siege camp here as well. Andrew going to stand up top. Here's Sonya spinning. And I don't think anyone's going to be able to contest this. Medivh's still up top. They have full vision of where Jinxie Cat, Stark, and Kagakiri are at. They're finally going to start making this rotation down, but it is too late. Impaler Camp stolen away by HotS, as they're just a hair away from getting to level 10. And once they get this tower, it should be enough. There it is, level 10 talents. They're up on your screen now as they're ticking in. Bless Shield. So far, the only one chosen. There's the Sheep. There's the Archon. Waiting to see what Whitemane wants to do. And it is going to be the Divine Aegis and Wrath of the Berserker from Sonya. What is excuse me, Scarlet Aegis. Why do they call it Divine Aegis? Scarlet Aegis. So still a level away from heroics are Gilly Shark. They gotta find this XP before this next shrine spawns, because they can't afford to lose another Punisher. This one will be mid. Their wall's already down at mid, so HotS, huge advantage heading into this. And Gilly Shark's gonna have to get the XP they need. Junkrat's gonna soak the bottom side. Thrall's still up top soaking, and mid will be grabbed by Malfurion and Kerrigan. So that should be enough for level 10. And hopefully, if you're a fan of Gilly Shark, we'll allow them to take a fight here. Their heroics are scary. Assuming we get the Maelstrom, maybe the Twilight Dream. Yes, it is the Twilight Dream. Earthquake, Riptire, and Mosh Pit. Bless Shield really being... they have a few other options, but Bless Shield one of the better of the options to interrupt that Mosh Pit. They do get a wall down bottom instead of rotating into the shrine, which has already been started. Sonya in here. That's Waterboy TKD once again getting to work in the shrine as their wave clear. And Gilly Shark's not yet making their move inside. I don't know if they're trying to bait someone out, but here's the power slide. Not yet using the Mosh Pit as ETC. Riptire is thrown down. There's the Earthquake. Mouth falling low. Mouth, he's down. Malfurion dead. And more kills are going to start coming out. The Sheep Bomb, fantastic there by Blaze. Polybomb, always a devastating turn of events when it's popped on top of your squad. And that's going to be another Punisher here for HotS, number 2 of the game, as they have a 2-hero advantage power play on the map right now. A level away from getting another talent tier advantage. They're a full level up right now. Second Punisher ready to go mid lane. As I said, this wall's already down, portal dropping down as well, but with the wall down, this Punisher will threaten this fort and the keep wall. So Gilly Shark's gonna have to play a little defense, but they gotta send their Thrall up top. They're dealing with the Impaler camp that's up here right now. He'll make the rotation down momentarily, but it's gonna be a little too late for this fort. And now HotS thinking about the keep wall, ready to go with their whole team here. Medivh up in the sky if you don't see him. He's scouting out where everyone's at, and they see it. Sonya getting down the sidewall. Now Malfurion, he's exposed a bit. Will they want to spear in and take this fight? But with the Punisher falling low, the leap recently used, they're just going to get the wall and back out of here. They do have the level 13 talent advantage, but portal down will be their escape. And what a lead. They've started about 2 levels, a lot of structures, and really nothing in the way other than a miraculous comeback at this point by Gilly Shark to keep themselves from losing. But I mean, win percentage wise, I gotta put HotS at about 80% or higher from this point in the match to be moving on to our second round. Okay, Hero Share Bot, you're lovely. Thank you for all the updates today. You've been fantastic. But let's take a look quickly at the bracket and see if we can find out the winner of Virtual Murky Slayers and Arrogant Nephilim. And it is Arrogant Nephilim moving on. So it's either Gilly Shark or HotS will be facing them right here on twitch.tv/MurdaRG. I'm going to be joined by Ghost Dunk for that match. So we are the final map remaining in the opening round. Winner go home. Jinxie Cat fallen though. Earthquake dropped a little late by Madcazer, and no one from HotS is leaving the spot. They're gonna steal away the bruisers. Still have Impalers at mid, and they can start thinking about moving back into this mid lane and getting the keep down. What is their play? Do they want to? Yeah, it looks like they are gonna siege here. They want to find damage onto this keep, or do they? They're gonna chicken out a bit. Where are they going? They're gonna stick with the bruisers. Okay, they're not getting any value. They're just going to get top. Okay. This is the lane where our next Punisher is going to be. So they're going to push their wave up. Medivh here as well. He did finish Arcane Rift, in case you guys were wondering. As well as Psi Infusion finished by Tassadar. So the little bits of damage that they can get out of these supports. The Medivh, the Tassadar. Even the White Mane from the True Healer position. All of them are able to bring a lot of damage. And a unique composition. I've never seen it, but so far 5-2 in kills is telling me that it might actually be viable. So they do get that fort down. They're going to rotate back to their bruiser. Ghillie Shark just being constantly scouted by Medivh, and there's really nothing they can do about it. And since they're down a talent here throughout most of this match, it's been tough for them to find a fight just because Medivh's been in the sky exposing every rotation they're making. But this time it's Jinxie Cat just walking right the heck in, trying to make a play onto this bruiser camp, calling her team in, but can anyone get there in time before ETC falls? Here comes the Kerrigan, has the Maelstrom, trying to find damage, but backside, the damage coming out from Tassadar is enough to zone out the squad from saving him. ETC falls first. There goes Kerrigan. Archon popped. There's a portal on top. Chest Looter could be in trouble. Can they finish the chase? Watson trying to find it. Can he find anything? They will find a kill on Thrall. Now looking at Malfurion. Good roots there by Stark. Concussion Mine not going to be able to drop it in. 30 seconds till that Bless Shield, but a portal will put HotS on top of Stark. Condemned connecting. Stark getting slowed now. Will he die? Yes, he will. So ends up being a quad kill by the end of that. HotS leading 9-2. 4 from their captain. Medivh playing outstanding in this match. You know, aside from that early death, Blaze has been playing extremely well on the Medivh, which will allow them to just throw this Sonya in the pit. She'll get the Punisher. Good concussion mine over the wall, but Tassadar will be able to escape. Watson, nice use of his dimensional shift there. And now they're threatening keep. Punisher will be here soon. 21's the count on the skeletal defenders. But with the wall down, the Bruiser Camp did a great job there. They're just going to wait it out. They have this talent here. They have everything to win. And really everything to lose at this point if they want to take a fight before the Punisher gets there. So they wisely back off. Kerrigan's going to grab away an Impaler Camp. ETC looking at the bottom side. Jinxie Cat hearthing though. And it's going to be Kerrigan. Will be working on it. Okay, so Kagakiri going to try getting that down as quickly as possible. Tassadar clearing out Impalers at mid. Medivh in the sky now joining their team, trying to get the first keep of the game down. Punisher's here. It's a Mortar Punisher working first on the well. The rest of the squad, along with this Sonya in Berserk form, trying to get down this keep. Punisher baited towards the mid keep, but now making its way back towards the top keep. 5 defenders now from Ghillie Shark are here, but a little too late, as the first keep of the game will fall. And the Punisher still alive is going to allow HotS to start pushing up this mid lane if they want. But they're just going to back it up. They're pinging the Bruiser Camp. They want to keep the macro pressure up. No one's responded to that Impaler Camp down bottom. But, I mean, you'll take that all day, every day. If you get that keep down, that is all you need. 3-level lead right now for Heroes United States. Ghillie Shark looking for a Hail Mary play, but they're going to want their 16 talents beforehand. We'll see if they can find it, but if they can get an effective kill, find a good fight before the next shrine, that might be able to parlay it into something to come back in this match, but they gotta find that fight after they get their 16 talents. It's their only play left from what I can see in this match. We'll see how their shot calling is throughout the rest of this one, but right now Medivh not in their face for what feels like the first time in forever. He's been on top of their rotations the entire time. But this time Medivh sticking with the squad as they're in a bush, a very nice aggressive bush, trying to catch them out on this rotation down to the wave clear, leaving Tassadar as the bait. Watson just showing in the lane, but no one from Ghillie Shark taking it. As level 16s are picked up, this could be the rotation they're waiting for. Sonya going to go on to this keep wall. They said, alright, fine, if no one wants to respond, we'll go ahead and take yet another wall. Punisher will be pushing this bottom lane, so getting it down now will just help a potential core push if they can win that Punisher. So here's the opportunity Ghillie Shark needs. They got to take a fight here. They got to be able to find it. But with Medivh able to drop the portals from the sky, it's going to be really tough to get on top of anything here. There's portal number 1. Or was it? It got canceled out there by Medivh. The chase coming from Jinxie Cat. They're trying to find something. Trying to find anything. And the only anything they're going to get right now is this Impaler Camp. No heroes in sight. Heroes of the United States are effectively moving around the map, staying away, playing a bit of keep away from Gilly Shark, knowing that really all they have to do is get level 20 and wait for this Punisher. The last thing they want to do is take a fight right now and die before the shrine is active. But Medivh threatening with some portals on top. Not yet dropping it, but the eye in the sky. Blaze doing a really good job of, again, effectively scouting throughout this match. And I actually really like right now watching HotS, because a lot of teams, you'd see them pull out the aggression. They're like, all right, we have a lead. Like, we haven't lost many fights, so let's just take the fight. But there's no reason in the world for them to be looking to fight for another 20% of this XP bar on their way to level 20, because that's all they need. Just be patient, wait it out, find your talents, and take the favorable fight before the or after the objective. And they don't even need it. They see up top the wave clear's coming out. They move right onto the objective. No one's going to contest as level 20 talents are picked up. Endless Archon, Indestructible. That's the upgrade to Polybomb. And this is going to be their third and quite possibly final Punisher of the game, as Gilly Shark is miles away from this. Hit the wrong button. Sorry about that. See if I can zoom out. There we go. But Gilly Shark is effectively out of this game. I don't know how they can come back in this. Punisher's threatening this bottom keep. Top keep already down. Catapults are spawning. Someone's going to have to get up there and clear it. Likely the Junkrat. Actually, it's going to be Thrall. The rest of the team still clearing mid. And here comes the Punisher with the wave onto this bottom keep. And no one's here in defense. So Punisher, where's it going to go? Which direction will it go? Looks like it's going to jump on Junkrat. There's Blessed Shield. No Punisher leap. But they don't need it. Infinite Archon from Tassadar is kiting around the keep, ready to go. First portal down, second portal down, trying to move on Junkrat, but Concussion Mine from Chest Looter will knock him away. But this is Sonya in Berserk. Endless Archon as well from Tassadar. Riptire waiting for that the Iron Skin from Johanna. Now it's going to skate around. Will Riptire even make it to anyone? No, it's destroyed. There's a great mosh pit, but Polybomb going to start interrupting everything that's going on. Jigsaw got in trouble, as well as the Kerrigan, Malfurion, Thrall. They're all down. Ladies and gentlemen, heroes of the United States have swung this match around. They lost the first map on Cursed Hollow and will end up winning in 2-1 fashion. They'll move on to face Arrogant Nephilim in round number 2. They defeat Gilly Shark and will be moving on. So I gotta quickly move through this match summary. Medivh, really MVP. Blaze, great job. Support numbers or whatever, but it was really just the scouting he was able to do. He led the team in damage as well, which he pretty much had to. They just don't have damage anywhere else in the comp. So a very unorthodox composition, but they put it to full effect there on Infernal Shrines. They take the win. And that's all we have for this set. So give me probably about 15 minutes or so. I gotta set up the next match. I'm gonna have Ghost Dunk hop on and join me. So you guys sit tight. I think if you head over to twitch.tv/Bahamut Gaming right now, you could probably catch the action between Rebels against the Tyrant Ember and Broken Alliance Gaming that's going on right now. So twitch.tv/Bahamut Gaming for my buddies Bahamut and Gravesville over there. If not, I'll be back in about 15 minutes. I'll have Ghost Dunk with me. We're going to have some fun moving on to the second round. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Murda, your Twitch chat. I'll see you soon. my god! It's a Twin Blades variant. There's a Maelstrom on the backside. Phantom's picking up more kills, finds Andrew as well as a triple. Oh, look at Zahaka. Finds the Avatar top lane 6. Great Ring of Frost connecting onto 4 members. We might have a comeback for the ages. You hate to see it. You hate to see it. Will they be able to escape? ETC does fall. What a counter attack by Regen Red, and he's gonna barely get away with his friggin' teleport ability. Holy shit! That was really spicy. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back, and look who the cat dragged in. It's my buddy Ghostunk to my right here. How you doing, Ghostunk?
I'm doing good. I'm having a great time. Does that mean you're over there, or I forget?
I'm on the other side. You pointed the wrong way.
Over here. All right, so I'm flipped. I'm flipped here. So you're really on my right, but to the viewers, I'm in a different place. It's a little bit complicated here in the Nexus as we find out who will win the battle for the Nexus today. Today at the Battle for the Nexus tournament. How's your first game go?
So if you guys were here on twitch.tv/MurdaRG, you did catch the action between Gilly Shark and Heroes of the United States. Ended up going to game number 3 with HotS. Pulling, you can call it a reverse sweep, I guess, but they won games 2 and 3 to find themselves here in the second round matchup here against Arrogant Nephilim. What happened in that first match over on your stream, Ghostunk?
Well, game 1 was a little bit shaky. Arrogant Nephilim looked a little rough working with their composition, but they pulled it together and managed to find a quick fight, and that allowed them to snowball into the end of the game and make a big comeback in game number 1. And from there, it was just off to the races. It looks like they're all together, and they're now firing on all cylinders. So I expect them to put up a really good fight against Heroes of the United States.
All right, so here we go. Match number 2, Arrogant Nephilim up against HotS. I'm in the lobby, going to make sure these guys are ready to go before we just launch a draft. But let me tell you quickly what happened during the coin toss. We have Arrogant Nephilim actually lost the toss, but HotS deferred over to them. So the first ban was Cursed Hollow by Arrogant Nephilim. HotS banned out Brax's Holdout, and Arrogant Nephilim will be bringing us to Volskaya Foundry. So we do have one ready in the chat from HotS, waiting to hear back from Arrogant Nephilim.
Awesome.
Yep. And there it is. So without further ado, I present to you map number 1 between Arrogant Nephilim and HotS.
So I got very distracted. Your video was running there. That video was hilarious. I love it.
I like that video.
By the way, your robot seems to have kicked out or banned one of the organizers of the tournament in chat. So Slavic, behave yourself.
Behave yourself, or else you don't get banned. Maybe he used some language that was bad.
Oh yeah. Check this out.
All right. Where?
Watch this. This is gonna be great.
Oh, hitting the big subscribe button. No, Ghostunk sitting to my right and getting all the fun on me. All right, appreciate it, man. Appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem.
Let me make you slightly bigger. You're a little bit smaller than me on this overlay.
Oh, I'm loving the overlay background. I'm a lot of fell energy back there.
Yeah, it's the what was the one with Kel'Thuzad, that event they did? And like the Jaina skin. It's like that background image.
It's pretty sweet.
Yeah, I like it.
All right, first ban on Diablo. I'm not surprised. A lot of first bans on Diablo. A lot of teams either want to first pick him or get rid of him. Mal'Ganis out of here. I'm basically taking up a permanent ban slot, it seems, so far in the tournament.
Yeah, I mean, that's what we saw. We did see him game number 1 on Cursed Hollow, played by HotS, but after that, it was HotS the one using their ban on the hero, so they've definitely put a prioritization on him throughout the day, but we saw very specific bans come out from HotS in that opening round up against a very familiar opponent in Gilly Shark, taking away their Samuro multiple times. They took away that Mal'Ganis I mentioned, and this time it's Diablo and now a Cho ban.
Yeah, not wanting to deal with the Cho call right away. I mean, usually you save it for that last round if you think they're going to go for it, but they don't want to hear chaos comes right off the bat in the first 2 picks.
A lot of chaos from that hero for sure. anything particular you want to see chosen in this map on Volskaya Foundry? Ooh, great ban there by Arrogant Nephilim, taking away the Medivh that was a key player in Game 3 in that final round we just had.
Yeah, it's tough to say. Because there's a lot of different ways to play this map. It's really going to depend on what first pick is. These bans are just sort of OP heroes or specific styles that teams don't want to deal with. So getting rid of the Div, getting rid of the Cho'Gall, Diablo's kind of an overpowered tank. Mal'Ganis, very strong right now. And it's going to depend on this first pick. Deckard says to me that HotS is going to want to, go in on CC, so you might be able to expect a Kerrigan. Expect Arrogant Nephilim to maybe take Tyrande here. I'm not sure if they played Tyrande, but it was basically taken from them in both their games in the previous set.
Yeah, and the Deckard Cain was banned out constantly by Gilly Shark, so this is their first opportunity to play it, and they choose it right away. Muradin, first time I've seen him today, and the Tyrande as well. I haven't seen any of her yet.
It is not the first time I've seen Muradin today, because I've been casting Arrogant Nephilim, very much a comfort pick on their side. In fact, they went for the Muradin over the Diablo on Volskaya Foundry in the previous match that I cast.
And ever since the rework, I know we talked about it on the podcast, Tyrande, I've loved playing her. She's a ton of fun. Yeah. A playmaker, especially when you can combo with some more stuns like Muradin can bring with a Stormbolt. Asmodan available and will be chosen by HotS.
This is the Asmodan strat. Going to get him stacked up pretty quickly now with the Johanna, with the Deckard. Actually, the scroll of sealing from Deckard does a decent amount of wave clear. So with the Johanna, with the Deckard, Asmodan's going to be able to get those stacks a lot faster than by himself, and those dunks are going to hurt pretty quickly.
Yeah, and I find Volskaya Foundry often makes it to level 20. Late game Asmodan becomes a factor, and you can certainly expect him to be stacked by then. So could be a pretty big playmaker, Asmodan. I wouldn't be surprised if we see Blaze on the hero here for HotS. Time will tell, though. They still have a few more picks to add into their suite here. But so far, I'm loving what they're pulling together. Like you said, the Johanna able to help get these stacks quickly for Asmodan. They can even find another hero to make it that much more easy for them. Malthael banned out, Junkrat banned out here, Ghost.
Yeah, Malthael ban makes me think the Asmodan's just worried about getting focused down. With the Muradin Tyrande, I could see a Kerrigan coming out. Asmodan has a high health pool. But Kerrigan, with those shields, can absorb a good amount of those dunks. I mean, it's really going to depend on what the next two picks from HotS is, but Arrogant Nephilim have a lot of flexibility. There is the Kerrigan and the Maeva combo we saw in the previous match and actually worked really well. And I think into this matchup so far, it's looking good, but there's two picks that HotS has to counter it.
They're going to go with the Thrall, which they ran earlier, and Blaze, which now Blaze. I think the Malthael ban makes even more sense because it's such a good matchup against Blaze.
Yeah.
But this Thrall was a playmaker, and I'm really expecting... we saw him in game number 2 over on... it was Dragonshire.
Yeah.
I'm expecting that Sundering to come into effect again and to full effect here for HotS.
Yeah. Thrall is going to be able to... Kerrigan and Maiev, they want to keep going. They want to get resets. They want to keep fighting. Hanzo can be rough into the Sunder, but I like the Hanzo pick a lot. That's going to provide a good amount of range DPS. Blaze, though, such a great pick. The bunker is going to shut down so much of what Arrogant Nephilim want to do.
So you guys see the drafts here on your screen. Let us know in the chat who you're rooting for right now. If you're here supporting Arrogant Nephilim, hashtag AN in chat. If you're here for HotS, hashtag HotS in chat. Let Ghost and I know who you guys are rooting for, because we're the casters. We got to stay unbiased here. But Ghost, if you had to pick just between the comps and not the team names behind them, which draft do you happen to like better in this one?
It's tough. Asmodan is going to provide a lot of pressure onto them. Blaze can do a decent amount of damage. Thrall's really going to have to step it up, though. Really make sure that he's a kill threat here. Otherwise, they're going to lose all of their team fights. However, with the Asmodan into something like a Maiev, Kerrigan, Hanzo, that's a decent amount of wave clear, especially with the Maiev and especially with the Hanzo. But the winner of that, I think, is clearly Blaze, Asmodan, Johanna.
So over here on the left-hand side, we got Arrogant Nephilim. Antius going to play the Kerrigan. Trabe on Hanzo. Dakilidin will be your Maiev player. We have Saeris on the Muradin, and Tyrande will be played by Supergoat.
And on the red side, we've got HotS, Heroes of the United States, with Watson on the Thrall, Andrew playing the Johanna, Waterboy TKD on the Blaze, Blaze on the Asmodan, and Jub playing the Deckard Cain. And looking at the builds here, Asmodan going for the Wrath build. I hear a lot of people say it's a very strong build, but it's, I think, the highest difficulty level. So Blaze pretty strong in the Asmo.
Yeah, and it's telling me that he's not afraid to stick inside some of these fights. Maybe Maiev pulling him into these fights, but he's going to have to be in the auto attack range. And personally, I don't know if it's the way I would have gone in this matchup, but if he gets Bombardment, I believe it's level 7, he can get Bombardment, which allows him to get those extra auto attack shots off. It's actually a pretty strong build. I played a lot of it when he first came out, but I've switched more to just the Globe of Annihilation build. But right now, it's Dakilidin falling low. Barely uses ball to the Wardens, but Asmo, not enough.
Doesn't have enough damage. Dakilidin tried to juke. It didn't make it out, but Dakilidin survives out of that. And there's a big pull onto Johanna. Doesn't have Iron Skin available. The CC coming down from the Deckard Cain traps 4 people, and they're just whittling away the health bars of Arrogant Nephilim.
So early rotations are definitely going to favor this Johanna and Asmodan, as they can just rotate around and get all these wave clears done. Bottom side, it's Blaze up against Hanzo, which you never see that, but really no traditional solo lane picked up by Arrogant Nephilim. Ghost, do you find that as a problem that they're going to have throughout this match?
I don't know if it's a problem. Having Hanzo not with the Foreman definitely reduces their kill pressure and reduces the amount that they can get done in this top to bottom, but they're already getting out cleared by the Johanna, by the Asmod, and they're kind of punting on the top 2 lane wave clear, and Hanzo just stopping Blaze from getting any structure damage and, you know, just kind of chilling until it's time to fight.
Another thing here I want to note, Watson going for Crash Lightning on Volskaya Foundry.
Just about to bring that up.
Yeah, and I think it's going to get a ton of value in some of these fights on the control points, especially later in the game. This team is going to be fully scaled. Asmodan, yeah. Thrall with Crash Lightning, yeah. I mean, this is pretty scary.
But early game, we got a big flank from Keratin taking out Asmodan as Antaeus just walks right around into the bush and with no fear walks right into the middle of the enemy team. They find themselves an Asmodan kill at a pretty good time. It's not going to be during the control point, but it looks like it found them a little bit of extra XP. But you're absolutely right in that HotS is all in on the late game.
So, support camp taken, Biotic Emitter in control of Antius right now on that Kerrigan, as they're going to rotate down towards control point A. Fortification camp still about 1.5 minutes on both sides, so neither team will have double turrets. I believe Blaze is holding one in the bottom lane. Yes, he is. But this is control point A. Saeris on top playing that Muradin, but he's got a big Johanna and Blaze in his face, so he's going to have to dwarf toss out eventually, but he's going to go ahead and soak up as much as he can for now.
Yeah, Muradin trying to soak up as much as he can. He's got that third one. He'll be able to back off and re-heal, but the engage happens now. Kerrigan trying to get as much done in the backline as possible. Waterboy looking super low. Blaze, but Kerrigan low himself. They didn't get the heal pulse off. The heal pulse is on the ground, picked up by Maiev. It goes down, but not in time to save Tyrande. Muradin trying to survive, jumps out in time to live. Andrew looking low. Everybody is so bloody, but it looks like HotS comes out on top.
So 2 things really quick. One, thank you Bahamut Gaming for the 40 viewer host. You guys are coming over from Battle for the Nexus. You're back here at Battle for the Nexus. This is the other semifinal match. So if you were stoked on that one between it was Broken Alliance and what was the other one? Rebels. Oh, the Rebels, of course. I don't know who won that. I can try to refresh my bracket really quick. But I also want to say, those turrets in that fight were actually ridiculous.
Yeah.
They got so much value on both sides. No one was focusing them down. And we're still sitting here at control point A after all of that.
Yeah, just constant DPS drain and everybody. Here comes a Deckard Cain who misses, actually. But these dunks are starting to hurt as Asmodan has 123 stacks. Blazo getting very low. Muradin also getting low himself. Tyrande in the thick of things. Supergoat in very much danger. but everyone backs out. They're trying to hold this overtime, but I think Heroes of the United States are going to hold this point.
Oh my god, dude. Maiev barely surviving again from these globes. The vault has been on point.
Yeah, to
but
kill
also
it
on the also on point, though, is his first Triglob of the game. It just dropped from the sky. We'll be in control of HotS. We'll see what they want to do with it. Still the final few weeks before those XP changes come into effect, so still can get value from getting these forts down. We'll see if they want to stay mid or rotate up top.
Yeah, that fight was pretty tough for Arrogant Nephilim to handle. They just had their damage taken away, and then they're not finding the kills that they need. Asmodan, the Johanna, the Thrall, they're too beefy. They've got too much self-sustain along with the Deckard Cain potions. It's going to be tough for them to focus somebody down, but if they do manage to separate somebody, they have a lot of tools to handle it. And Dekilladin, she has a lot of really good jukes this game so far.
I want to say shout out to some of these follows coming in. Slip Hots, especially got to meet you at BlizzCon. Great guy. Pleasure getting to meet you there. But we're still following this Triglav Protector. And it's going to get this well, which is going to be huge for this next control point up top. Big root landing on Hanzo. Follow-up globe, not enough. But they still have damage in this fight if they want to take it. Scroll of Ceiling locking in too. Maiev in here trying to get resets on that Fan of Knives. Trade having the backup on the Hanzo and should be able to survive. But this fort not surviving, Ghost Dunk.
Yeah, this fort is easily going over to the side of Here's the United States. They've got themselves... They're going to get a good amount of XP, but they've only got a half-level lead. So good on Arrogant Nephilim for keeping up the soak and keeping up the macro pressure to stay a little bit within 10. The Protector gone for now, but Andrew waiting out. Trade might be a little bit in trouble, but no, nobody is there to follow up. Andrew just there to keep watch as they get themselves a free medic camp.
Medic camps are always nice. They didn't get the first one, but they do get the second one. With level 10, they can even start moving onto this fortification camp of their enemy team. Is being pinged, and on top is Thrall. They might want to send their Blaze over too, and here he comes. He does have that bunker ready to go if they have to use it in this fight, but with the Sundering in this choke, watch Thrall right now. Can he finish his blood? Yes, he does. Sunder, there's one. Maev's down. Sayaris could be next on Muradin. Used Warp Toss, instead it's Super Goat. Double kill.
Very brave of Arrogant Nephilim to try and get that camp. There was 9 to 10 there, and that's just kind of feeding kills to Heroes of the United States. I'm not sure that you win that battle in that choke with everybody there. I think it'd be better if they were off macroing, doing something like that. But, you know, if you can find a surprise kill in there, sometimes it's worth it. But level 10 will still be here before the next objective, so... Arrogant Nephilim definitely not out of things yet.
So let's take a look at some of these talents coming in at level 10. For Arrogant Nephilim, Dragon's Arrow, Maelstrom, Warden's Cage. We have the Avatar and the Starfall. So nothing off meta here. I was wondering if maybe they want to go into something crazy like a Haymaker. But instead, they're sticking to the script. And they find themselves behind. So they got to look for a fight right now, Ghost. They have about a level away. Until we see HotS at level 13, and like now's a really good time to start looking for a fight.
Yeah, it is. It's a good time to start looking for a fight, and I think something like Haymaker would be against their plan. They want to bunch everybody up. Kerrigan went for Maelstrom, and you've got Warden's Cage, you've got Maiev with her resets. You want everybody as close together as possible. You throw in a Starfall and you throw in a Dragon's Arrow. You want that fight to be happening in as close proximity as possible. Thrall can fight against that with the Sundering, so that's going to be a huge tool. And along with Johanna's Blessed Shield and Asmodan will be throwing globes onto everybody. The Lornado's going to break things up. It's basically going to be who can push their R buttons better.
I do like R buttons. Mine is flashing all sorts of fun colors when I play this game because it says hit this and you'll win the game. But right now, winning the game is just pushing out the lanes for HotS. Here they go in the bottom lane. No one's here. This will be the third fort down if they can finish this off. Lay's going to try to get the job done with his Asmodan. And with the control point up top, you know, they're giving up a bit in the channel time, but they're going to be able to make this rotation up there in no time, Ghost.
Yeah, I think this is a smart macro move from Heroes of the United States. They get themselves a fort for absolutely free. That's going to be great on point C. They can do whatever they want with this protector if they win it, and they're level 13. They know they can get to the point before it gets to 100. They've got the advantage, so free fort and pretty much a free protector as it's 11 to 14. Blaze trying to find a kill on the Cyrus. Murden stepping forward, trying to create some space, but Maiev gets taken down way low. The Warden's Cage out to peel, but it's not going to be enough. The Sunder is out. The bunker goes down, stops Murden. Murden jumps into the camp to try and get the safety. He makes it out, but not quite as the dunk finds him. And Tyrande also a casualty of the very quick engage from Heroes of the United States. They are in absolute control of the game at this moment, and Arrogant Nephilim, they just need to play catch up.
Yeah, I don't know, Slavic, if you're still here, you got to clip that one. Put that one out on social media. What a nice little dunk there by Blaze playing the Azmodan. They're going to get the control point, just leaving Deckard back, wisely so, and able to push forward, steal away a siege camp, and start getting this wall down. Just what a huge lead now that HotS has opened up in this match. And with the late game power we talked about earlier, how do you come back in this match at this point if you're Arrogant Nephilim?
I mean, the late game's basically here. Although 0 stacks on Crash Lightning, Thrall is literally getting no value out of that. He basically is a Sunder machine at this point. Sunder and Ancestral Wrath right now. But Azmodan almost at 300, which is where you expect a successful Azmodan to be right now. So those dunks are starting to hurt a lot, and it puts Arrogant Nephilim in a lose-lose situation. You've got to soak, but if you want to get any kills, you need everybody here to try and take advantage of any kind of mismatch, and they're going to eat through this keep. Maiev has to come back, and they're going to have to take this 13 to 15 fight as quickly as possible, but Maiev is off in lanes, and there goes the 16 right away. There's a stun coming out onto Tyrande, throws a stun out to try and peel for herself, but down she goes, and this looks to be the end of the game.
Yeah, absolutely. It's got to be the end of the game here. Here comes Maiev. There's a Dragon's Arrow as well, but Maiev in there doing damage all alone. Not going to be enough with the Fan of Knives. You do see Blaze. He falls on the Azmodan with this Kerrigan Maelstrom right on top. Jump Jump actually could be next. There's the jump out from Muradin. Kerrigan still sticking on Jump Jump, lands the combo. Is there enough damage though? Jump Jump drinking all the potions in his entire flask. He's got all the health he needs, it seems, Ghost.
Oh wow, Antaeus really killing it on the Kerrigan, getting a kill, getting in the backline, just can't die with the Maelstrom, but not enough to kill the Deckard Cain. It does push them off, and they will not end the game. It's a successful defense from Arrogant Nephilim.
I can't believe how much power Deckard Cain has.
They're going back in.
Red potions. They have to. They can't give up at this point. Like, they need to find one of these kills. It's desperate right now. Maiev in chase, has the Umbral Bind, pulls back Blaze. Gonna get away though. Who can get on top? Murden, Dwarf Dog.
Murden finds it around the scroll of ceiling. Doesn't peel for him. They walk around the fort instead. They find themselves another kill. They're gonna get themselves a heal camp. They may have found a way back into this video game.
I think it's exactly what they needed to do, Ghost. If they didn't chase down one of those kills, knowing their opponents are super low, Deckard was running out of mana. Smart chase. They get rewarded now with that biotic emitter. They can rotate around and try to go for this enemy fortification camp as well, potentially bringing themselves back into this match.
Yeah, and Heroes of the United States, they know they're about to be there. They know they're about to have a rumble. It's 5 versus 4 in this area, and a turret camp may belong to Arrogant Nephilim.
Here comes a big dunk. Look at how much damage that's doing at this point. And with these heroes getting low, Asmo getting extra stacks as well. Warden's Cage locking in a few. Jump Jump finally falls. Andrew could be next. That's a Johanna though. Very hard to kill. And the counter kills are starting to come out. This is late game Azmodan. Blaze chunking through. Should have a dunk here with Dwarf Toss down. Here it is. Hits 2. Sahara's barely alive. Got about 1,000 health. Still in avatar form, but just so scary every time those globes come out, Ghost.
Entirely calculated by Heroes of the United States. They know they have the dunk. Blaze is almost there. It's not quite a 4v5. The Sunder makes the fight last just long enough. The turret was picked up and used by Arrogant Nephilim, but it wasn't enough. Blaze comes out with the bunker, saves enough people, and Azmodan, his cooldowns come down soon enough just to get enough dunks out. And with the problem with the composition that Arrogant Nephilim have is that they're all super squishy. They don't have anybody really beefy or with self-sustain other than Murden. Kerrigan has some, but she needs to be in battle hitting things to get those shields, and they're shields. They're not refilling her health bar. So it's a problem in terms of draft. Asmodee is very powerful, but you can play against him. And into this, those dunks are just really rough to deal with, especially for a composition like Kerrigan and Maev.
So, did get educated in chat by John Knight. Apparently, stacks don't show for Thrall on Crash Lightning when he's inside the Triglav Protector. So
oh, that's funny.
You see he is sitting at 20 stacks for those of you out on Twitch watching. So, it is starting to get scary. He's 10 stacks away from completing Crash Lightning, which will just be essentially game over. These guys are a level away from having those Storm talents, and with Control Point C active right now, they're not afraid to take any fight coming their way, holding on to 2 fortification camp turrets. I think they have the biotic emitter. No, they don't. They use that one. But they're set up for success right now, Ghost. And if I'm Arrogant Nephilim, I'm getting in here right now before level 20 starts.
And we see him making it happen. The camp is pushing top. That'll help a little bit. But the key factor here is point C stands for clown. As Arrogant Nephilim try to push in, it looks like here's the United States not wanting to fight on the point itself.
But here comes the fight anyway. Murden, he's inside on top of Deckard Cain. Backline to kill it and getting resets on Phantom Knives, but Johanna pulling everyone in, and Asmodee has enough damage. Big dunk. See you later. First kill of the fight. Maev down. Johanna also falls. Super Goat could be going down himself, and does. Tyrande out of here. The bunker's in a great spot. Murden trying to knock him loose. Kerrigan here as well, but with the Triglav active, they can hop right in. Just hop in that Triglav. You survive, you kill him. Deckard's still drinking potions. Kerrigan trying to jump around. There it is. It's a kill.
Oh, Murden goes down, but Hanzo almost finds the kill onto Deckard, but Antaeus goes down. Kerrigan is no more. Hanzo backs out as Heroes of the United States take the Protector. They've got themselves 20. It's a long time before Maev and Tyrande are back, but you don't have, a completely hopeless situation, but it's going to be tough for Virtual Murky Slayers to defend a second time.
So fun fight. The turret walking around on that conveyor belt was a lot of fun to watch. Thank you for the bits, Tot. Thank you for stopping in today. Everyone deserves a dime, he says, and that is the truest statement I've ever heard. Appreciate you being here. But here we go. Second keep of the game will be falling in favor of HotS, as this Triglav's still a little healthy. 69% health, 30 seconds left remaining. They're moving on to core.
Though that laser on Hanzo. They're on core. They're hitting it. The shields are going down. Everybody's back up for Arrogant Nephilim. They're going to have the defense of their life. Johanna and Thrall, a little bit late. They were killed, so you don't have a full 5-imp, but the core is down to 80% already. Can they make it?
They're going for it. Here comes Johanna and Thrall walking through mid. They're going to take a little bit of damage there, but Ironskin's going to walk Johanna past. Waterboy TKD, no bunker, will fall.
That's it.
Thunder comes out, but it's enough damage. That's all they needed was that Triglav Ghost.
Yeah, and there they go. Azodan just killing it with the stacks. Gets basically the ideal amount of stacks that you want in this video game. I wish they would tell us how many at the end of the game after it comes out. But Thrall with the Crash Lightning, playing like I said he needed to, getting a ton of damage. And Arrogant Nephilim, they tried to make that last fight a little bit more open so they weren't all getting dunked at the same time, and it almost worked out for them. But once the Warden's Cage goes down, I'm actually watching the replay here. Once the Warden's Cage goes down, Azodan can just hit like anybody that they want. And here's the United States come away with it. But an excellent defense from Arrogant Nephilim, and I really think their draft made it so difficult to win any of those fights.
Absolutely. So we're going to take a short 4-minute break, set up the next lobby. You guys hang tight as we see who can win this next match. If HotS wins it, they will be moving on to face Broken Alliance in the finals. So hang tight, 4 minutes. We'll be right back.
All right, welcome back to the stream. I'm Murda. To my right here is Ghost Dunk, and we are back bringing you Arrogant Nephilim and Heroes of the United States. What'd you think of game number 1?
That was intense. Unfortunately, I think Arrogant Nephilim kind of lost it in the draft. They didn't have enough tools that they needed to catch up. They played it really well. Like, they made a lot of really good macro decisions. They made a lot of good decisions in general, but their health bars just didn't last long enough.
Yeah, it was kind of like what we saw in that final match where they ran the triple support in the set against Gilly Shark for HotS. It was just really tough to get through and kill anyone with having the Johanna and Blaze, especially just such a big, beefy front line.
Mm-hmm. I think we can expect an Asmodee ban, especially on this map. It's another good Asmodee map.
Yeah, so for those of you on Twitch, we will be heading into Dragonshire, asking the teams if they're ready right now, and it looks like they are. So without further ado, I present to you map number 2, Dragonshire.
Right.
So anything else in particular you're looking for here?
I expect the Mal'Ganis ban. I think the question is, do we see the Dahaka? Do we see the Abathur? And what are teams going to do to try and control that triangle in the middle of the map? Just below where the Dragon Knight is. Often you see Johanna, Jaina, Gul'dan even for the wave clear in order to control that rotations. But often teams will get very aggressive. You could see the Kerrigan coming out again. I could definitely see that happening on the side of Arrogant Nephilim. But they banned the Urella. That means I think they're looking to win top lane as hard as they can. Which I say could be a first pick to Haka.
So here's the thing. They ran a Garrosh on Dragonshire earlier against Gilly Shark, and it was very effective in what they did. They had the Phoenix and Malthael as well, but more ancillary to what they were trying to do. They had a lot of control in that bottom lane. And I'd love to see him try to put the focus there again. Dragonshire, so important here to win that bottom lane matchup. We haven't seen a Urel ban here on my stream all day. Finally, we see her join one of these battles. Whitemane the next to go here for Arrogant Nephilim.
Yeah, I'm wondering, do they want to do the Asmodee themselves, perhaps? Whitemane probably pretty good at handling those dunks. But they're going to grab their support early. They may be looking to support choke. So really the question is, man, there's the Deckard Cain, so that's going to force them into an early support pick. They may force them to first pick Tyrande here. If they don't first pick Tyrande, Heroes of the United States will grab her right up, and they are doing the Asmodee.
I think that's the smartest thing they could have done, honestly. Not only do they take it away, but they get it for themselves. Surprising to me that they left it up, knowing that he was a factor in game number 1 and HotS potentially taking it again. Maybe their strategy was trying to leave it up so they could get it, but it backfired if that was the case. So picks 1 and 2 now for HotS. And I'm expecting them to go back to what was working for them earlier. Yeah, they're going to go ahead and grab that Malfurion, the Johanna, which has won them their past 2 games, sticking with her as well.
Okay. Did you see the Malfurion in the previous set?
Yeah, they ran it game 3. Mostly taken... Actually, no, sorry. They ran it in games 1 and 2. They had it taken away in game 3. But it was something I think they were using as like a comfort pick. So they're trying to get back to it. The Johanna, you've seen that pass map. And we also saw it in game number 3 earlier. Wow. Right?
What? Okay.
What? Okay.
There's a lot left on the board that can really make a Brightwing stay sad. Unless Brightwing is the off lane, and she's going to just teleport in and make it a 5v4, taking the Dahaka slot. I want to see them ban the Dahaka because they can't take it. And you've got the Brightwing global. I think banning the Dahaka is probably worth the global advantage to spend a ban on that, because I don't think you can ban out. It's not just one hero that's going to make Brightwing stay sad.
Yeah, I mean, like a Genji, I actually find has trouble killing a Brightwing just because of the polymorph, but you're right. Like the Brightwing, it seems.
It's not the Brightwing herself; it's the rest of her team. Like,
sure.
Her healing, she doesn't have sustained healing. Like, I know it's like her trait, but her healing, as a support, she excels with the polymorph and has the spell shield and can burst heal somebody with her Z. Other than that, her healing is very slow and far slower than most sustains of most teams.
So we're going to see what HotS wants to do right now. Picks 3 and 4 on the clock. Maiev Thrall just banned in the final bans here of Dragonshire. But I'm expecting some big boy damage right here, right now. Yes, there it is. Greymane and that Dahaka you talked about to match the global pressure from Brightwing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know what they're doing with the Brightwing, if they're keeping her with the 4-man, but Dahaka will be able to move around the map. Brightwing could go top if they decide to make that a mismatch if she's with the 4-man, but it's tough to say what she's going to do in this composition. These last 2 picks, they're going to tell us what their plan is.
Final chance right now for Arrogant Nephilim in this draft and potentially in this tournament. They're going to go with a Genji and... Is this Twin Blades?
I think this is Twin Blades. Oh, I guarantee it. That's what they're doing in the top lane. That's why they banned out the URL.
I like it.
They wanted to make sure. Oh my God! And there it is. I mean, Brightwing has got the spell shield. You need to save your pixie dust for whoever Kel'Thuzad is pointing out. But other than that, if you don't get that spell dust on there, whoever that target is toast with a Brightwing.
She does have her trait cleanse, potentially able to save the day up against some Kel'Thuzad combos, but we've now seen Blaze play almost every hero in the book to this point. Only the 5th map he's been on this afternoon. The captain here from HotS really showing his hero pool depth here in the Battle for the Nexus tournament.
Yeah, it's the execution on the side of Arrogant Nephilim is pretty high. That said, they do have a Kel'Thuzad on the side of heroes in the United States. So if that Kel'Thuzad plays out of his mind, gets his stacks, gets all of his combos, it's going to be a sad day for Arrogant Nephilim. So really, I think each of these comps depends on execution and how they run.
So let me introduce on the left-hand side Arrogant Nephilim. They're riding in on Wonder Williams. Saeris playing the Muradin again. We got Antius on Genji. Supergoat playing that Brightwing we were talking about. Trabe on Azmodan. And up in this top lane, Killadin potentially playing Twin Blades.
Oh, definitely, because we saw it in the previous game. But that's not to say, on the right side, here is the United States with Kel'Thuzad being played by Blaze. Andrew playing the Johanna. Watson on the Greymane. Jub on the Malfurion, and in the top lane, presumably, Waterboy TKD on the Dahaka.
Presumably so. I'd imagine definitely so.
Yeah.
This time, though, I like Arrogant Nephilim actually bringing something that can hold the solo lane, something he struggled with in game number 1. Muradin getting pulled in. Dwarf Toss interrupted by the roots there from Malfurion, and Muradin's first to fall in this fight.
Yeah.
What a great root there by Jub locking in Muradin. He wasn't able to use that Dwarf Toss to get away.
Yeah, the Kel'Thuzad chain off of a Johanna stun, because if you're a good Kel'Thuzad, you can time your chain to go in against the Condemn. Along with the Malfurion route to follow up is really tough to beat. And I don't know what Arrogant Nephilim was trying to do there, if they were trying to fight or what, but you don't give Kel'Thuzad all those stacks right away. But he's only has 3 so far, so it should be okay.
We gotta always keep an eye here onto the Azmodan player, sitting at now 21 stacks after that globe connected onto a couple. Trying to go for that same sort of let's play for late game, but will they have an opportunity in this one? Because Blaze, he's playing Kel'Thuzad. This is a late game hero himself, and once he finishes his Master of the Cold Dark, I mean, this hero is one of the scariest in the game at putting out burst damage.
Arrogant Nephilim, they know what to do against this Kel'Thuzad. You saw Supergoat get chained, immediately moved up away from his teammates to try and avoid the chain follow-up. Antaeus on point, looking very low. Does he have the E out? He's got the protected, by the way. Almost Swift Strike into a root. Excellent root placement by the Malfurion.
Oh, Brightwing barely getting out of that one. Supergoat was in a lot of trouble. Uses that phase shift in onto the Genji there and got stuck in a terrible spot. Malfurion had good zoning routes to try to lock him inside that shrine, but barely able to escape. Now back up to health is Supergoat. Scary moment for them, but look at that. This scary moment again. Kel'Thuzad connecting roots on top. Brightwing in trouble and does fall this time.
Yeah, the Kel'Thuzad is proving to be quite a lot for the team. And the problem, I want to call out the Johanna pick on the side of Heroes of the United States. Not only was it a good tank for them, but it's an incredible deny pick for Arrogant Nephilim. They grabbed the Azmodan first, and you saw the Johanna come out immediately. That stops Azmodan's stack helper. Azmodan now only at 46 stacks. You expect a really successful Azmodan to be at around 200 stacks around level 10, and I don't know if he's going to get there. That's going to turn the pressure of Azmodan way down.
Yeah, currently sitting at 55 stacks for those of you at home. Another good route there by Jub, but this is Muradin locking in misses from Kel'Thuzad as well. But these Siege Giants have been tossing stones for what seems like an eternity, and there it is. The wall and both the towers are down in this bottom lane.
Yeah, the 4-man from Heroes of the United States is just too powerful. The Brightwing, really rough. There's nobody that's a great polymorph target on the side of Heroes of the United States. You could get Kel'Thuzad, but he's already in trouble from the Genji, and Genji has to deal with other places on the map. He can't continue to go after this Kel'Thuzad, and he's very low. He's doing it now. He goes right in, gets chained out, gets hooked. There's the route out of the Genji. Protected, by the way, just barely gets out. The cleanse comes out from Brightwing. Antaeus lives, but doesn't get the damage that he wanted.
Yeah, that was a pretty risky play. Another great set of roots there from Jub, but Protected is always enough to keep him alive. And, another boy with Protected up top. We haven't taken a look up there, but it's Varian. He is in Twin Blades. He's up against this Dahaka. He's surviving.
He's going to win.
He's surviving so strong. Even the Essence, it doesn't matter. Varian's going to be able to get in this fight and do a lot of work, especially on the point up against that Dahaka.
Yeah, at this point, Twin Blades Variant is the thing holding Arrogant Nephilim together. But now we have Greymane running up top to kill it and super low on health. The kill could come in, but there's not enough. Brightwing teleports just up top just in case. Cancels her teleport, actually, in time to get murdered is, I believe, why that happened.
I think it was the Condemn from Johanna. I didn't have it down there, but it's really the only thing that could have interrupted it. So Andrew, you're doing a good job there. Get the kill. Kel'Thuzad's still here. Now has Glacial Spike. Another great route by Jub. And this is why they've wanted to put him on this hero throughout the day. Finding a great kill on Muradin. Now up top, Watson potentially in trouble. Some kills coming the other direction. Brightwing shifting up top. Polymorph on top of Greymane. That's the target she wants to be polymorphing. He's down. And that's going to give him opportunity to shut down this Dragon Knight channel that could have been started there by Heroes of the United States.
Yeah, I want to call out two really good rotations. And first, an excellent rotation from the Greymane to take out a very low Varian before he got the level 7 Infinite Sustain talent, and another great rotation to deal with a lingering 2-man. Antaeus almost gets caught by that root. Antaeus has been dodging roots all day long. I'm
very impressed with Jub. So far, this has been the best game I've seen him on this Malfurion. He's set up a lot. It's just an early part of this game, 5.5 minutes in, but I've seen more roots from him than I see from most players in a full match. So shout out to our Malfurion player Jub, as both these teams are looking at their siege camps. They're going to be out. Currently, the channel being held by Arrogant Nephilim. Great Glacial Spike. Chain connects. Brightwing down again.
Fairy Dragon face checks a bush with a Kel'Thuzad in it, and that's bound to happen. Ooh, Watson almost finishes off Genji with an excellent cocktail, but it's not enough damage. The Dragon Knight is being channeled by Arrogant Nephilim, but it's going to change very quickly. Varian, once again, the stalwart defense of Arrogant Nephilim in this game so far.
I've played this matchup as Dahaka, as some of you guys might know.
Sucks.
I play a lot of Dahaka, and it is just not fun. Varian's too fast. Every time you think you got something on him, he just protects himself. There's nothing Dahaka's going to be able to do in this fight. He just has to back away and wait for something like a Greymane to come up and help him in this fight. So, no really good need to watch what's going on up there. We'll keep an eye on the bottom. Chains connecting onto Muradin. He gets Glacial Spike now. No follow-up. Siege Giants are here. Genji on the backside trying to interrupt this. Roots are going to miss on Antaeus. Swift striking in, but Greymane now into his Worgen form, trying to push Genji away.
Yeah, the good news for Arrogant Nephilim is Varian is keeping him in this game so much that Azmodan, even with not being able to stack as quick as... Oh, but there's a Twilight Dream! It ruins Genji, it ruins Brightwing. I think they were way too far forward. I wasn't even expecting an engage. I think they kind of got a little bit complacent and get murdered because of it.
That was nasty. Quick kill right there. Twilight Dream Jub again showing an MVP style performance here on Dragonshire, trying to move his squad into the grand finals of the battle for the Nexus. They have a lead 7-1 in kills right now. 3 of them from Johanna, 2 for Malfurion, so they're tanking support, carrying on the kills right now, Ghost.
Yeah, Waterboy tried to grab the top shrine, but Varian came back in time, got a tap, came back to come get it, and they're not able to get top, and instead they get the Bruisers, and they're going to take this fort easily.
Big Bruiser camp push here, and Asmodan getting opportunities to stack in this 4-man, but with Brightwing dead, no Emerald Wind was saving her from that. Surprised she didn't want to go into the Blink heal just to help give that extra bit of support, but Emerald Wind didn't save her. She falls, and I wanted this is the 5th time Brightwing's been dead in this game. She's got to find a way to stay alive if they want any chance to come back in this game.
Yeah, they underestimated that fort push a little too much. The fort didn't have connect on any members of Heroes of the United States. You can't really deal with that. They can just run at you. Murden was jumping around trying to avoid the kill through Zod damage. Antaeus gets chained. Here comes a Glacial Spike. Swift strikes away just in time. Brightwing is back and in action, healing the Genji. And real quick, I want to point out, Brightwing's level 1 has gotten 0 value so far.
Yeah, I find it tough to go for it. I maybe would have liked to just see her.
Oh, there's the Dragon Blade coming out, though. Genji's going to try and put as much...
That Malfurion Twilight Dream again, and that's our first official, you hate to see it moment of the match. Arrogant Nephilim now are gonna lose a fort here, still pushing in this bottom lane.
That's gonna be a keep.
And Kel'Thuzad is very strong at pushing with the Grey Mage. I don't know about game, Ghost, but I think Keep and Dragon Knight. Oh, Dragon Knight could be game. You're right.
Yeah, they've got the Dragon Knight coming out. The Keep is down. Dragon Knight is going to make his way bottom, throw some flames out. But with the Kel'Thuzad, if they manage to kill, I would think 3 people. Oh, this is a good start for them to kill it and goes down. Varian, not immortal once you CC him.
Not immortal when you CC him is true. Murden locked in. I think that was his Dwarf Toss that was going off, so he can't get out of this. They might be able to finish him off. Pasta Avatar getting pulled back by Condemn. Blessed Shield is up, but now out of range is Murden. Watson in trouble in the back line, but Genji getting locked in, dropping his Protect. Brightwing coming in on top, trying to support Emerald Wind coming out, but only connecting on a Dragon Knight that is, you can't do that to him. So finally, Murden's down. Dragon Knight's still alive in 30 seconds or so. Do they want to push back in on core?
I don't know. If they can get another kill, they can make it happen. It's going to depend huge on how much longer this Dragon Knight lasts. It's lasting 15 seconds. They're trying to get many auto attacks as they can on the core. But Asmodan starting to stack up. He's got 300 stacks by now, but Varian in trouble. Kicked into the rest of his team. He's not going to last long. Down he goes. I said if they could kill 3 members, they can get core. They don't manage to do it all at the same time, but they've got themselves a 16-12 lead, and that's going to be really tough to deal with. Antaeus being very brave. He
walked in on a Malfurion
level
with Twilight Dream too. I'm surprised Jub didn't just rip it right there.
Yeah.
But they end up with the siege camp anyway. 4-level lead, 15-1 in kills. HotS is looking really strong here, and honestly, at this point, just play it out. You can just wait for the next dragon. You don't even have to take a fight. Even if you get kills, you're not going to get much XP out of it. Just wait it out, wait for the next shrine, and just win off the back of that DK.
Yeah, it's going to be very tough for Arrogant Nephilim to get back in here. Waterboy in a little bit of trouble, but has plenty of room to run. Varian pushing hard in against this camp. I think he's going to do really well unless the rest of Heroes of the United States rotate up, and they're not doing so. They're getting the siege camp, so Varian getting value top, really adding a lot to this push.
Yeah, I mean, the Bruiser camp here from HotS is going to help a bit, but you can see Waterboy TKD, this Varian is a big issue for him, and really the only shining spot that Arrogant Nephilim has had thus far in the game. Now joining up top is Genji. They're going to try to finish this Dahaka off and finally get another kill to their name. Brightwing phase shifting in. They're right on top, but
the tunneling claws.
Tunneling claws? Dig?
Huge deal. Oh, but Antaeus getting hit by the fort. They can't steal the aggro from the forward. Dahaka burrows down bot where they are pushing hard as 5 with a catapults and a bruiser camp. This is big deal.
Siege camp here as well, so a lot of damage coming forward, and they might try to end it right here, right now. Minion wave in front of him has been cleared out, and now this is all jumping onto the
Antaeus has to
court.
back.
Oh, yeah, he has to. Absolutely has to.
I don't know why he's bothering the channel. This is the game.
Asmodee's the only one who can save this, and with Brightwing down, now it's going to be Mirrodin, excuse me, down. The Killadin on the very end should be next, but the core at 4% health. See ya later, alligator. Heroes of the United States will be moving on to the grand finals of the Battle for the Nexus tournament up against Broken Alliance Gaming.
Yeah, it's going to be a great match. I'm very excited to see Heroes of the Storm, Heroes of the United States going up against that squad. It's going to be a really tough game. Broken Alliance is a super powerful team. But stay tuned. For that, we're going to throw you over to them. But this game, Arrogant Nephilim just got outpaced. The momentum from Heroes of the United States was so strong that they were unable to get to the late game. Like, you had this Azmodan composition, but he was so slow compared to the Johanna Azmodan composition that Heroes of the United States ran in the previous match. And with the Kel'Thuzad, that's kind of your perfect snowball, because the Kel'Thuzad is weak early game. But Arrogant Nephilim were also weak early game, so Kel'Thuzad is able to stack very fast. Dahaka held on top long enough not to lose a whole lot. Not a single structure went over to Arrogant Nephilim, and they defended the DK once, but that second time with that bruiser camp, once you see that bruiser camp pushing, once you see Dahaka leaving, everyone has to back. That has to be a 5-man immediate back at that point, and like sticking around to try and like channel the top point, not even worth it.
So, very impressive set. Heroes of the United States have now won their past 4 maps they've played. They only dropped that first one at Gilly Shark, but they're going up against what you and I had talked about this morning. In our eyes, the #1 team in this tournament, Broken Alliance. What do you think we can expect to come out of that match? And really, do you think that Heroes of the United States, after showing what they've shown thus far, do they have a chance up against Broken Alliance?
Well, they've shown that they can work as a team, and that's the first step in any Heroes of the Storm match. I don't say that like trivially. Like, it's not easy playing Heroes of the Storm as a team. It's really rough to follow and to make all those things happen at once. But Broken Alliance, they're a top-level HGC Open competitor. Here's the United States. They're really good. They've got some Masters players on their team, and they're a really skilled squad. But Broken Alliance, they've been together for a long time. It's going to be a rough time, and I think I don't think they're going to get like 4-level leaded, but it will definitely be an upset if Here's the United States pulls this off.
So ladies and gentlemen, that is all for us today here on twitch.tv/MurdaRG, but we will be sending you over to watch the grand finals. It's going to be taking place over on Bahamut's channel, twitch.tv/Bahamut Gaming, or just sit in your seat and I'll send you there with the host. But before we sign off, Ghost, any final words? You want to let these guys know where they can find you?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. You can find me at twitch.tv/GhostDunk. I'm on Twitter at IlluminatedWax. You can follow me there. I will be casting Heroes Lounge along with Murda, I think, as well as a lot of other stuff. Maybe Heroes Hype possibly in the future, and just, casting all the Heroes of Storm games I can. And yeah, that's about it from me.
So you guys know me, I'm Murda, twitch.tv/MurdaRG. You can find me on Twitter at MurdaRG.
New follower
have had a great time. So many follows today. Let me just go ahead and read off this list for you guys. Bits coming in from TNC Champ Ragnarok and Satat Hots. Big host from Ghost Dunk at Bahamut. Super Goat with the follow. Ghost Dunk with the sub. Slip Hots followed. Tatskichu with the follow. Satat, Kenny Pones, 123, Tank Snipe, and Medicine. You guys are amazing. Without you guys, it doesn't really make doing all this worth it. So much love sent your direction. We're handing you guys off to Bahamut. Make sure you watch this grand finals. It's going to be exciting. Huge thanks to Running with Turtles community for hosting this Battle for the Nexus tournament. I've had a great time. Be sure you catch me and Ghost Dunk on our podcast Nexus Now. And until next time, I'm Murda. That's Ghost Dunk. We'll see you in the Nexus.
Adios.